Are you legendary, or are you an epic fail? Be part of the Legends of Runeterra Community's Southeast Asia montage of plays and win awesome prizes. Outsmart and destroy your opponents and be part of the LOR crowd favorite top plays. Epic fails got the better of you? Then be the best of the worst in LOR Top Fails Monkey Idol. Top 10 plays for each category will be showcased in a video for a chance to win the exclusive Legends of Runeterra kit and in-game rewards. Submit your Legends of Runeterra highlights and epic fails in the link in the description. And for a quick guide on how to record your gameplay, check the description below. Be legendary and be epic. Legends of Runeterra's crowd favorite and Monkey Idol. Brought to you by Riot Games and Rumble Royale. Reign supreme. Ikaw ba may taglay na lakas sa larangan ng baraha o baril? Join Tryhard, a monthly tournament for Legends of Runeterra and Valorant. Brawl it out to the top with your clutch gun plays and your 200 IQ deck outplays and win money and glory. Ipakita ang iyong lakas and sign up now for free. Papaano sumali? Pumunta lang sa Tryhards Philippines Facebook page or Rumble Royale Facebook page. Hanapin ang announcement poster ng Tryhards para sa Valorant at Legends of Runeterra. Ilabas na ang iyong natatagong puwersa sa Tryhards. Be victorious or die trying. Bakbaka na every second week of the month for Legends of Runeterra and last week of the month for Valorant. Play hard, try hard, and reign supreme. Presented to you by Legends of Runeterra Philippines, Valorant Philippines, and Rumble Royale.
Nawala yung
And we're back again sa lahat ng nandito at nanonood ulit. Welcome to the Legends of Runeterra
Targon Showdown PH!
Eto na. Oh my God. Ang inaabangan ng lahat. We're now into the semifinals.
Yeah!
At sa nakikita nyo sa screen, eto.
Ayan na.
Ang inaantay natin.
Schedules. Okay, so for the semifinals, would be first would be Havatite versus Zero Aces. Ito yung parang matchup katulad nung nangyari kahapon, di ba?
Medyo ano to, revenge match mga kaibigan.
Titingnan natin kung yung pangalan muntik ko na.
This is going to be a revenge match. As of yesterday, just to give you a background, Havatite did not lose any of the 4
Matches.
Swiss matches,
Yung Swiss matches,
na nauna.
Yes.
But come round 5, Zero Aces yung nakatapat niya and doon siya natalo.
Tapos siya nagharakiri, tama ba?
Oh, siya yung nag-suicide.
Nag-suicide siya.
Pero yun nga, this is another opportunity. Ang tanong, okay, sinong mananalo? Yung itlog o yung talong? Yun ang pinaka-importanting ano ngayon. Pinaka-importanting tanong ngayong hapon na to.
Yan ang importanteng talong ngayon. Hindi, talong.
And syempre, bago magsimula yan, reminding everyone that we have a lot of giveaways. We're giving away 10 wild cards, rare wild cards. Okay. And
syempre, yung ating mga RR Cloaks.
this time around kanina, yung RR Longsleeves. Right now, it's the Rumble Royale Cloak. Okay, simple lang naman. Choose kung sino ang mananalo, si Havatite ba or si Zero Aces. And kung manalo ang pinili nyo, you get a chance to be raffled to win this awesome prizes. Okay.
Oh, di ba? Yes.
Yan! Voting starts now!
Oy, ito
Bumoto
na.
kayo kasi kapag natapos yung countdown, voting
Hindi na namin
will
kakount.
end. Okay,
Hindi
tapos
namin-
na,
Oo.
finished na.
So you have less than a minute. You gotta vote either Havatite or Zero Aces. So ito, magandang gawin ni Havatite dito kasi again, maraming nag-look forward na makalaban. Actually, Havatite versus Biebs sana, di ba? But unfortunately, Biebs lost. So,
Interestingly, yung dalawang yun, nakalaban ni Havatite.
oo nga eh. Yun nga.
Oh, so eto na, revenge match ba to?
Oo.
Would
So,
it be successful or would still Zero Aces be the uncontested one to win both day 1 and day 2 against Havatite? So
That's
ayan,
right.
ito na. Pasabugin nyo na yung chat. Sino mananalo, ang itlog ba o ang talong?
Ayan,
At eto na!
timer!
Ang inaantay nating lahat! Semifinals game number 1.
so, ready na tayo? Ready na ating mga casters? We got Zero Infinity and Panda users. Take the floor.
And we're back here at the game 1 of the semifinals. It's a storied matchup between Havatite and Zero Aces. RR Kaja and Joe Starscream giving us a nice background of what happened yesterday during their match. Havatite was basically undefeated in pools until he met up with Zero Aces in the final round. And it was crazy with Zero Aces just winning in the polls by 10% and Havatite going on for 90% of the polls, but eventually beating out Havatite in the final game of day 1. It was super crazy, and we are here again. It's gonna be the run back between these two amazing players, and I'm excited to see it. And what about you, Banda?
Oh, definitely excited to see both of these players going at it against each other right now. Like they said, is it going to be a revenge match? Is it going to be another game-breaking win for Zero Aces? I guess we'll find out right now. So, I am confirming that Havatite's banned deck is the Shadow Isles Bilgewater, and Zero Aces is banned for Bilgewater and Doxus. So, and the game number 1, and there it is. It's going to be the Trundle Swain for Zero Aces and Hava with Ezreal Karma. Wow, so this is going to be tricky for Hava and Zero Aces because it's going to be a match of countering this and countering that. But I am excited to see what is going to happen in this match. But yeah, looking at the lineup right now, I think Zero Aces has a good chance of winning against Hava's lineup because there's only one deny, and deny can only take you so far. up this lineup. So I'm putting up the chances like if whoever reaches late game first. But yeah, I think the chances are like what zero aces 55, and with Hava it's like 45. So pretty much thinking on how they managed to do this. So it's a 55% chance for Ace and 45% chance in this matchup for Avatai.
Yeah, and we saw the power of Ezreal Karma in the last matchup with Lex Eterna bring it all the way back against Biggie Hustler in the final game of our quarterfinals match. And we're going to see it here again on the hands of Havatite with another Ezreal Karma deck. I mean, the decks are pretty similar again with how they are built, but we can take into the consideration that Zero Aces actually edged out Havatite yesterday with Trundle Swain on the Ezreal Karma matchup. So it's going to be interesting here to see if Havatite can win against Zero Aces in this particular matchup, because yesterday it was a different story. I also thought that Havatite was going to win it out in the Trundle versus Swain matchup, but that wasn't the case. And Zero Aces might just surprise us here again in this game one of the semifinals match. And we're here going into the game. We have Havatite on Ezreal Karma and Zero Aces on the Trundle Swain, and we have Steel Tempest, Deny, Eye of the Dragon, Chomp Wump on the mulligan of Havatite. And for Zero Aces side, we have Swain, which is considering to be thrown out. We have Culling Strike, Trundle. He gets an Arachnoid Sentry in the place of Swain, and we have Death's Hand also available for Zero Aces. We're on to the turn 2. Both players pass on the first turn. We might see an Eye of the Dragon here from Havatite, and it's going to be on the side of Zero Ace if he wants to take this out with Culling Strike, and we're going to do that right now. He goes for the pass here. Eye of the Dragon getting in for 1 damage, 1 chip damage on the Trundle Swain of Zero Aces, and we're going on to the third turn.
Yeah, so I don't think any much is gonna happen. To be honest, I think it's a good pass for Zero Aces right there. He doesn't really want to use Calling Strike on one of the Eye of the Dragons. I think he's really saving it for Ezreal.
Yeah, and that's how you win against these Ezreal matches, right? You have to save your removal for Ezreal. If you waste it on something like Eye of the Dragon, you're just gonna have a much tougher time. And we already saw these yesterday. We saw the turn 4 drop from Zero Aces Strong Ravager with Leviathan in hand. Havatite already knows that he has an 8 cost card in his hand because of the Behold mechanic.
Yeah, very true. So what could Zero Aces do here? He could go for the open attack and then just roll chant it by if anything does happen. But I really think it's potential to remove one of the cards. So how does have okay, he takes the damage. It's not gonna stop it in any way. Reasonable enough. I mean, it's just 3 damage. He chose not to block it, which is okay, I guess. But okay, on the 6th mana curve turn, it's going. He doesn't want to summon Karma. Doesn't want to risk it right now. I don't think so.
Yeah, that might be an awkward turn here for Havatite. He already has 10 cards in his hand, so he's basically forced to play one, so he doesn't burn a card from the top of the deck, and he decides to go for one mushroom into the deck of Zero Aces. And Zero Aces just playing this matchup perfectly. We saw him do this yesterday. He didn't put too much minions on the board to prevent the Ezreal level up, and he's doing the same thing here in this matchup.
No, that's true. So there's not much damage going on. Zero Aces achieved only 3 damage, but he hasn't killed anything with non-combat units. So and Shroom.
Yeah, that's really crazy. I always laugh when someone gets a buff cap right away, and there's just five buff caps in your deck. And on the first draw, after the spell is being cast, you already draw 1 mushroom. It feels like it's a very low chance, but every time it happens, it makes me chuckle a little bit.
That's so true. He could concussive palm this just so he could you do something, or he could just block it and then gotcha. But I think it's a bit of a waste to lose a minion on the follower on the board. Okay, so with the concussive ring, the stun
Yeah,
that.
and I think on this at this stage of the game is you need to start using your spells. Try to get Ezreal leveled
Yeah.
up, and we see a concussive bomb on the Troll Ravager, which I think is a fair play to Habitat there. A Trundle now
Oh.
coming down from Zero Ace's side, and
I would
he
be, I wouldn't be mad about the
might,
thermogenic beam. The
yeah,
beam.
but then I think there's a Troll chant in Zero
Oh
Ace's
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
I can't
Troll
see
chant
it
could
clearly from this point of view. But yeah, okay, there is a troll chant there. So this is gonna get wasted by the troll chant. He can go troll chant into his trundle, saving it. And I mean, it's fine. It's kind of fine for Habitat. He gets a stack onto his Ezreal, but then again, he really wants to take care of the trundle early, or it's gonna run rampant once the ice pillar comes down.
That's true. So it's just gonna regenerate, a bit of a wasted chance by Ava right there. But we do see another. Okay, Yone's gonna stun both of these cards. But I think the ice wall is going to be summoned and Trundle is going to level up.
Yeah, but the thing is, this play here is just gonna push in so much more damage here for Habitat.
It's true.
Even if Zero Aces goes for the Ice Pillar, there's gonna be 5 creatures attacking him on this turn, and you really don't want to get too low when you're facing the Ezreal Karma player, because that gives the Ezreal Karma player a chance at winning you the game without having Ezreal leveled up.
That is true. So what is he gonna be doing right here? Potentially, is this an avalanche?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Trundle's
Yeah.
Ice Quake.
I think this is a fair play. Going for the Ice Quake, both of your creatures have regeneration anyway, so there's not going to be much ways to clear it. So you take care of Habitat's board. You still have the Yone Windchaser to worry about, but that's fine. You have a
Oh,
Culling Strike,
wow.
I think, going into the
Yeah,
Windchaser.
that was
I
a
mean,
Calling Strike.
I'm not a big fan of that play in general, because you could have just used Calling Strike on the Ezreal. The 3 damage just wasn't doing much back in that turn. Now you lose the Calling Strike, and I'm not sure if he has another Calling Strike. He doesn't have a Calling Strike. He has triple Swain
No.
though, and a nice top deck I think here from Habitat with a Thermogenic Beam might be a nice cleanup here on the Trundle after this attack.
That's true. Okay, he's gonna stun the Trundle and leave the 3/5 to attack, which is fine. But can he use the Thermogenic Beam on Trundle? Will he actually risk it? I think now is a good time to do it, but and there's no other plays as I see it.
I think the way to go here is to just put down the Ice Pillar and then try to bait something out from Habitat. Because if he goes
Yeah.
for a play and drops down to less than 8 mana, you can start dropping the Leviathan. But then again, it's not going to be super insane, because the 3 Swains in the deck of Zero Ace is already in hand, and it's not going to draw him another Swain. So he's just going to get the 5/8 buddy, but start generating 3 damage per turn, and a nice discipline pass here from Habitat, not spending any of his mana, and we might see the Ice Pillar go down now from Zero Ace's side.
And Trundle's gonna level up. I think he's gonna put down 1 Swain. I wouldn't be mad about it if he put it down. It's his turn. Okay, Chump Wump. Yeah, he's gonna have to use one of those buff caps, because he might
Yeah,
burn a
I
card
think-
next turn.
I think the play here is to just possibly go for the Swain, since he has a lot of Swains in hand. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot handier than the Leviathan, because if he puts down the Leviathan here, the thermogenic beam is gonna clean it up. I think both choices are solid, but maybe the Swain was just a bit better than the Leviathan.
Yeah, because if he just put down Swain, potentially you could have killed like what would come next. But I think Havatite's just gonna save this, and 3 damage going onto the Nexus. A second Ezreal being drawn.
What? 2 mushrooms? That's crazy. That's crazy. There's five mushrooms in Zero Ace's deck, and he draws 3 mushrooms right off the bat. And that's wow. He drops the karma. He hasn't denied to protect this karma though. Zero
He
Aces
does.
might go for the Swain here in this position. It's gonna get picked off by the thermogenic beam, but I think it's okay that happens. He needs to put more pressure on Havatite on this turn.
I'm not too keen on it though, actually. Because if he takes out Swain, there's just another Swain.
And Havatite already
Yeah.
knows that. Zero Aces dropped
Yeah.
the Leviathan, and he didn't draw any Swain. So Havatite here has a good read on the hand of Zero Aces. He knows that there's 3 Swains in hand already.
But what he could potentially pass, but I think he's thinking. I think he's thinking of the thermogenic beam. Oh, he's gonna attack. Yikes! Okay. Oh, there we go. There's nothing else.
Yeah, really the thing here is though, even if he cleans up the Leviathan, there's already the Swain. There's already the Leviathan on board, and we also have the Troll Ravager and the Trundle already on the board for Zero Aces. So there's a lot of pressure here going to Havatite. He's already down to 11 HP on the Nexus, and
Yeah.
if he just passes here and does nothing to deal with the board of Zero Aces, there's another 3 damage coming in from the Leviathan.
That's so true. He can't. He won't deny this. To be honest, it's too much of a waste.
Yeah, there's no reason to deny this Death's Hand. If he does though, what happens is you can possibly free up the possibility of having a Ravenous Flock going into your karma. So
Yeah.
it might be a
he
good play
denied.
here actually. Yeah. As I was thinking about it, there's Havatite already knows there's 2 more Swains in hand, right? So he knows there's gonna be double Ravenous Flock on the side of Zero Aces. So denying the Death's Hand is going to save his karma from getting picked off by one of these Ravenous Flocks. But another Death's Hand coming in from Zero Aces. He has 3 mana to work with here, and he can kill the Troll Ravager at best with a double 3 mana thermogenic beam.
To be honest, I wasn't a fan of that play. But then again, he can't put down Ez. It's still too risky, to be honest. Because it's gonna get stunned, and the Ravenous Flocks are just gonna kill Ez right off the bat next turn. Because Swain can stun at least 3 of them. Okay, yeah, good call. He's just gonna take away the first of the trolls that were summoned.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean,
6
he
damage.
has to do it. He has to do it here because there's just too much pressure going to the Nexus. Going into the next turn, the Leviathan is going to proc with 3 damage onto the Nexus, and the Swain is going to stun the Karma and the Chomp Womp here. And Zero Aces here doesn't have to drag anything. He just has to go for the open attack and hope that Havatite has nothing to deal with this open attack.
Although I think that's if he does nothing to deal it with. Actually, I think that's game. He has nothing to deal with against this.
Yeah, he can go for a Hail Mary here on the Karmas inside of
Yeah.
ranges, which he does. He gets a gotcha. He doesn't get much from here. He gets a Key Guardian, a gotcha, and counterfeit copies, but that's not gonna help him on this attack. He
Yeah,
can
no,
go
that's it.
for gotcha, but that's not gonna take out anything on the attacking turn. Zero Aces just has too much pressure going into this turn right here.
No, the Guardian's not gonna do it. Nope. He even
Yep.
overdraws. So no, no.
Yeah,
Even
it's
with
look
those cards, yeah.
it's looking like Havatite here can't slay his demons. Even with Concussive Bomb here, there is just so much damage going to the Nexus. We still have the Noxus, no, sorry, the Swain proc doing 3 damage to everything, and we have the 4 damage and the 5 damage coming from the Leviathan, and that's gonna be game
Yeah.
1, going to Zero Aces, and we're immediately going to game 2. That was a pretty fast game there from both of these players.
Yep, yep. So even and with that, Zero Aces is going to be taking game number 1. So since the Gangplank and Thresh combo is gone for Zero Aces, he is left with the A Soul, the Leona Soul from a combo. So Havatite has the choice of either sticking with the Ezreal Karma or the Lux Soul combo. So
Yeah, Ezreal
those
Karma
those are the
just
things.
hasn't been working out for Havatite. No,
Yeah,
we saw it yesterday. That was the deck that got swept as well, and we're
yeah.
seeing it again today. That Ezreal Karma is just not bringing it in for Havatite. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he goes again for the Ezreal Karma going into game 2. But we have game 1 being taken by Zero Aces, and it might just be another series win for Zero Aces here. Actually, did you see the polls? Did you see the polls against Havatite and Zero
60
Aces?
40. So Hava is at 60 while Zero Ace is at 40. Man, a lot of people changed their minds
Oh.
from last night's match. It looks like people are starting to vote for Zero Aces. But yeah, seeing as how things are, I think people who still voted for Avatar are on the run for their money. Zero Aces is up by 1 game. Can Havatite actually clutch this out and continue on moving forward? So he has 2 games to go, while Zero Aces could make it or break it right here. Very excited for the next game to come. So I'm just waiting to see what is the answer for Havatite right now. Is he gonna stick with the Ezreal Karma, or is he gonna go with this Lux Aurelian Soul versus the Leona Aurelian Soul, which Zero Aces has have left? So if I was Hava, what would I choose against this? The Leona Aurelian Soul.
I mean, there's basically nothing that you can do. Like, even if you choose a particular deck, you need to win with these 2 decks now. You know you're going
Yeah.
up against the Aurelion Soul deck, so it doesn't really matter if you get 1 match out of this. You need the 2 matches. So you Havatite can choose either, but at this point,
Yeah.
whoever wins this going to the grand finals, and that's a big thing here. He has to clutch it out with his 2 remaining decks. There's really no choice here.
All right, all right. And with that being said, okay, looks like Hava is going to be sticking with the Ezreal Karma, Ionia Piltover, and Zone combo versus Zero Aces, Leona, and Aurelian Soul. The Celestials and Targon all together in one package. Oh, sorry, it's going to be Targon and Demacia package right here. I'm excited to see what Ava can actually answer with this. So there are a lot of mechanics that can take out Ezreal's, but there's going to be Genevieve. There's going to be single combat. There's concerted strikes, even Hush in another universe. But Hava's gonna have to deal with the early on minions like the Solaris Soldier, the Shield Bearer Priestess, even Radiant Guardian. So he's gonna have to check out what is going to be happening in the next game. He's gonna have to be careful because Zero Aces can put on early on pressure while Hava can stick to delaying the game in the process. So, yeah, with that being said, I think it's a good. I think it's still a 55-45, but this time it's going to be zero aces with 55 and Hava again with a 45 chance.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well,
that's
there
how I
is
see things.
Zero Aces has an interesting deck build here. Usually, when you do Leona Aurelion Soul, you don't have Genevieve Elmhart in the
Yeah.
deck, so that might make a difference here in this matchup. You get to put on much more aggression, and you can sometimes save a lot of units from removal by putting down
Yeah.
Genevieve as your opening card. And if, for example, Havatite wants to go for a static shock play on 2 units with 1 HP, Genevieve can potentially deny that if he goes
Yeah.
for an opening card of that play. So here we see in the polls zero aces with 40% and Havatite on 60%. We saw this yesterday with Havatite winning it out at 90% and then zero aces going in for 10%. But we see a different story here today. Much more people are believing in the power of zero aces. And here we go on game 2 with Ezreal Karma again on the side of Havatite and zero aces piloting his Leona Aurelion Soul. We see double Tasty Feyfolk and double Mystic Shot on the mulligan of Havatite. He decides to throw away one of each and gets a Claws of the Dragon and Rummage. On the side of zero aces now, we have Blightsteel Protector, double Radiant Guardian, a Star Shaping,
Wow.
a single combat. So he doesn't have a lot of the early game. He draws an Aurelion Soul, but he needs more early game here to try and
Yeah, he
pressure out
does.
the Ezreal Karma on the side of Havatite.
That's so true. So Tasty Feyfolk will be going down? Does he really need to go? He could actually put down the Claws of the Dragon instead. Uh, I think this is okay. But this is also an okay start for Havatites, bringing on the early minions and the Mystic Shot. He just drew the other cards, so to deal with the early on aggression. But unfortunately for zero aces, he did not get much of his early on cards. So he could put down a shield protector just so we can prevent more damage coming through. To be honest,
Yeah, this is pretty painful here on this turn. There's 7 damage going into your Nexus. I think you are poised here to just drop the Bright Seal Protector. You don't want to go down 7 HP on your Nexus on this turn. It's way too early. You get to prevent these 2 creatures from attacking because of course Havatite doesn't want to lose his Tasty Faithful to a Bright Seal Protector.
yeah, that's true. So I think a chump wump here and then a rummage would be nice. Um, just for the sake of drawing. Yeah, I think he's gonna go for it.
Yeah, he's looking for more cards here to start leveling up the edge. So he might just go for a rummage here on the 2 mushrooms
Yeah.
since the pop caps aren't going to do much in this matchup, especially with zero aces having a lot of healing in his deck. He has Radiant Guardian, he has Star Shaping as well, and that's already in hand for him. So if Havatite tries to put in more pressure onto the Nexus, zero aces has every tool in his deck to start healing up
Yeah.
back to 20.
That's very true. So he could go for the open attack here, but the Tasty Feyfolk definitely will get cancelled out. But he could potentially deal 7 damage, and 7 damage is still a lot. Will he go for it? I think
Well-
I would adapt.
Yeah, if he goes for the attack here, Zero Aces is more than happy trading his Bright Seal Protector for one of these creatures, and he can put down Radiant Guardian as well. It's gonna get cleaned up by the Thermogenic Beam, but that you're happy to take that. But he goes down to 5 mana, and he passes the turn. He draws a Karma and the Static Shock, and depending on how Havatite wants to play this, he can go for a Mystic Shot on the Bright Seal Protector and protect his board and just take it from there. But Zero Aces here has a decision to make. Is he gonna drop the Raven and or is he gonna wait for Havatite to attack? He goes for the Raven play,
Oh wow.
and immediately a thermogenic beam on the side of Havatite. We see a single combat possibly being played here onto the Tasty Fapo, and that's exactly what
Yeah.
happened here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I see. Potentially doesn't really waste too much cards, but yeah, Ez does get a level up there. I think I would attack here. Does he want to waste? I don't think it's a waste though. Still potentially 6 or 7 damage. Then again, if he doesn't want to lose minions, oh, I have followers. Okay, chooses the pass. There's the Ezreal. Ezreal would be fine. Then again, okay. Is he gonna summon the Solari?
My steel is gold.
Chat.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough
Choose
to get a
attack.
read on. It's tough to
Yeah.
get a read on the Zero Aces hand here. He doesn't have much info, but Havatite knows with an open deck list, he knows that Zero Aces has a multitude of removal in his deck, so he might be a little bit cautious here, dropping the Ezreal or the Karma this early in the game, especially that this is the first Ezreal he has, and he has no way of protecting the Ezreal from combat tricks coming in from Zero Aces deck.
So he uses the Solari Priestess. What Celestial card can he actually get though? Mystic Shot onto the 3-2? Yeah, there we go. So I think Havatite was actually preventing the Radiant Guardian from actually activating. That's why he waited a turn.
Yeah, that's good awareness from him actually. That
Yeah.
he is aware of the Radiant Guardian play. So as soon as Zero Aces drop down from the 5 mana Radiant Guardian play, that's the only time that Havatite goes in for a kill spell on one of Zero Aces creatures.
Yeah. So this is definitely gonna be an open attack. Will he actually gotcha here? Or Mystic Shot? He could Mystic Shot save his chump one.
I mean, I'd be a fan of Mystic Shot or Gotcha here, but to save one of your chump bombs. I mean, but now Zero Aces has the chance to drop a Radiant Guardian all buffed up.
Yeah, that's true. So I think he's gonna go. Oh wow, he's using it on the Radiant Guardian. What can that do? It's just 1 damage. But then again, it's a targeted minion, so it's gonna level up his. He's gonna do gotcha as well. It's gonna level up his yet another time.
Yeah,
He's getting there. He's getting there.
he's getting there. He's playing to the level up condition on Ez, and that's really what he wants to do in this matchup, especially that he already has Karma in hand, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be the decider of this matchup. If this Ezreal can survive all the way to turn 10 with a leveled up Karma, we can see a nice comeback, possibly, just like we saw in Lex Eterna in Miggy Hustler's match. He could turn this around with a leveled up Ezreal.
True. So more minions are going to be summoned by Zero Aces here. Can he actually just static shock this? Just for the sake of targeting something, to be honest.
Yeah, he knows that there isn't many creatures that he can pick off at 1 HP, so he might
Yeah.
be happy just getting 2 stacks on Ezreal and drawing a card for his sake.
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
Yeah, he's gonna static shock it. Oh, he doesn't go for it. He could actually play Karma, but then again he passed because there's nothing clearing is, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is
He's
a
gonna
nice
stun-
attack from Zero
Oh.
Aces. It feels like one of those attacks where you want to fish more action from your opponent.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The Claw of the Dragon is gonna take this Radiant Guardian off the board if Zero Aces doesn't decide to do anything. He's thinking about a Pale Cascade. He's hovering over that card, and he might just use it here.
Okay, it's not gonna die unless Unless Mystic Shot or Concussive Palm wouldn't be angry about that. Because it's still gonna go revert back to 5-2. And there we go. Hava just needs to survive for technically 8 mana curve turn. Yeah, potentially 2 more turns.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Two turns.
what level is at, how many ticks he still needs. He might
Yeah.
just pass here, and I
Oh,
think
five out of
there
8.
is 5 out of 8. Okay, so 3 more
Yeah, I
targets. In this
So he
position,
does need the static.
yeah, he might go for the static shock here to get more level up procs in Ezreal. But then again, there's also a consideration for Karma. I think he has enough info in hand already that he knows that his opponent doesn't have any removal, because if your opponent had removal at this point, he would have taken care of Ezreal.
That's true. So since that targets 2, that count as 2. Yeah, that counts as 2. And he could Mystic Shot it, completing it. And gone, and Ezreal levels up. So this is the moment that I was gonna take. It's either he's gonna summon Karma next turn, aside from Concussive Palm.
I like it. I like the top deck. But then a nice
True.
top deck also from Zero Aces. He gets the
Oh,
single
no!
combat, and he can take
Yeah.
care of these Ezreal. And even with the information that his opponent previously didn't have any semblance of removal, now we see a top deck single combat going onto the Ezreal, and it's gonna take care of these attack. And Havatite has nothing to deal with it here.
Yeah. Oh wait, it went to 5-3. That's actually annoying. It actually added. It didn't revert
Yeah.
to 5.
Yeah, it doesn't revert. In Runeterra,
It
when
doesn't
you
revert.
use a buff card and it puts up the HP of one of your units, and it's
That's so
in the
frustrating.
range of the
Yeah.
base toughness, it's basically a heal.
Yeah. Well, no, that's still annoying though. Okay, so with this, I think that's just a pass right there. Even if you do use Gotcha, it's not gonna help out a lot. It could have been helpful if Karma was level 10, but yeah, it is what it is. Hava's just gonna have to take it up there and deal with it. That Ez is gone.
At this point of the game, I think you just drop Karma
Oh, yeah,
and basically
just drop
YOLO.
Karma. That's true. That's true.
If you
still has the stuns, though.
don't drop, yeah, if you don't drop the Karma here, I think it's gonna be a huge misplay. You just need to drop Karma here, and then maybe do a couple of concussive bombs. You get 2 creatures out of that, so I wouldn't be mad at that. And you also can get double gotcha. But this play is gonna get super punished if he decides to go for the gotcha now, because
It's
star
true,
shaping
true.
is in the hand of. Okay,
Used
so
it,
that's a
though.
better target. That's a better target
Yeah.
because the base HP of the Golden Sister is only 3, and if Zero Aces wants to save this, he has to go for the Pale Cascade and the star shaping.
So it's gonna get saved for sure.
Yeah, nah. He doesn't have mana
Oh,
for
it's
that.
gonna be
He
damage.
just, I'm not sure why he did that. I mean, I think the draw there wasn't worth the Pale Cascade, because it doesn't save your creature anyway. You can just let it go and use Pale Cascade for a better target. And now we see the Karma being dropped down by Havatite, and it's gonna level up. It's turn 10. 10 mana is up. We have Retreat and Yo Wind Chaser as the top deck. We have Karmas inside of Agents if he needs something funky, but a nice concerted strike off of the top deck from Zero Aces here, which could take care of the Karma.
That's so annoying. So it could potentially block these cards. Wait, you can actually no 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 no.
No,
You could actually
you
the
need
karma.
that. You need that
No.
for the karma.
Oh no no. The excuse me. It's gonna return to a card. What's that mechanic again? That damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be a concussive bomb, but then again, he's open for the concerted strike here on the karma, and that's gonna be a huge tempo swing for Zero Aces being able to take out his karma. But the safe play here is to just let your karma get taken out and just drop the other karma. If he didn't go for the retreat play on the tail of the dragon, he could have had a play wherein he just basically gets karma back into hand and takes it from there. But now he has to. I don't think this is a tough decision here. Do you want to drop karma again? But I think there's no other lines here.
Yeah, there's no
You
other
can
lines
wait.
to be honest.
You can wait for the Ezreal, maybe. But it's looking really
Yeah, that's
grim
his only
here for
choice.
Habitat.
He could. I think he should just risk it for the karma.
Yeah, because the Yone here doesn't do anything, right? He has to
Yeah.
go for the karma on this spot, and hopefully your opponent doesn't have any more removal. Because I don't think your opponent is spending removal at this point on your Yone Wind Chaser. He has too much tempo going into his turns.
Oh man, very devastating. He could have dropped the karma actually, and then he has deny. Wow, he just takes 6 damage to the face.
Yeah, he's not too worried about this. He still has the Radiant Guardian. He can even play Aurelion Soul this turn, and we're gonna see a safe drop from Karma, seeing that Zero Aces is already at 1 mana. There's nothing that can take care of your Karma at this point of the game. So we're gonna definitely see Karma here. He has double concussive bomb in hand, and that's gonna do some work. But then a leveled up Asol already on the Zero Aces side of the board, and it's gonna generate a Celestial card, which we're gonna see in a bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, but he has a. Man, he has I think the obliterate mechanic. Oh, but then again, he has.
Yeah.
He does have. He may have supernova, but he has deny. But he could potentially get another celestial card.
yeah, I'm not. This is gonna get taken care of by the deny. I think this is a hasty play from Zero Aces. He could have gone for a bait with the Cosmic Inspiration. He could have gone for Star Shaping, but it's the play has already happened, and he could even have gone for a what do you call this, Solari Priestess to get more options.
Yeah.
So he can go for the Cosmic Inspiration here, and okay, so he's trying to get more options here from the Solari Priestess. He can still get a Comet to take out the Karma, and he gets
think
yeah,
Oh,
he
got the comment.
gets a Comet. Yeah, he got the Comet there. So we can see a Cosmic Inspiration. Okay, that's kind of the wrong order, but it's fine. He still has Star Shaping. Because you need a Celestial to hold for the Cosmic Inspiration, but spending the Comet just means you have to go for Star Shaping so you can activate your Cosmic Inspiration.
Wait, man, yeah, things are not going for Joey. I think this is basically game for him if this continues on. Because Asol's just gonna generate even more cards, and Star Shaping, he's gonna invoke a card and he's gonna get another in Celestial for free, basically. For
Yeah,
free.
he's run out of options here. There's no more outs for Havatite, and we already see Aurelion Soul on the board. There's Radiant Guardian on the side of Zero Aces. He even has Cosmic Inspiration, and and I mean that's a huge board for him to take care of, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, he even
And
has
a Living
Legend.
Legend. I didn't see that from our POV, but apparently he has Living Legend still, and that's gonna fill up his mana even more and generate more Celestial cards that cost 0 because Aurelion Sol is already leveled up. and we see an amazing draw from the Living Legends. We see Immortal Fire, we see the Messenger, and it's not. This is game. This is game. I can't sugarcoat it anymore. Hamatite
this
is
is
getting
really
taken out by the tournament. He didn't get to slay his demons from yesterday, and Zero Ace is still winning with a sweep against Hamatite. Meteor Shower now, and he's just styling on him at
There's
this
another
point.
meteor shower, by the way. I think there's another one right there. Oh, it's not. It's not. There's no denying this. This is really game. He can even replace that Solari Priestess with the soldier. I mean, sorry, the shield bearer. It's gonna
be
become a
whatever
fire
here.
game.
Oh man, it's gonna be whatever here. He can play anything he wants, and he still wins. Havatai doesn't have anything anymore.
7,
Wow,
14.
he doesn't go for the Immortal Fire. That is, he doesn't win the game. He doesn't want to win the game right here. That's trolling,
He's
man.
won the game.
That's trolling.
No. He doesn't see it. That's why. So. Oh man.
Yeah.
So-
Havatite realizes that he's already lost the game, but he feels like his opponent isn't giving him the respect that he deserves to just close out the game right here.
Challenger. The warrior. To take out the protector instead. Just add more insult to injury. Come on, Charger.
Man. I mean,
More insulting.
it's not even optimal, right? Because you want to play the Immortal Fire last because it gets +1/+0 for every constellation that you have played in the game. He dropped the Immortal Fire early, and it's just crazy to me that he's still looking for the plays that he needs to do when in fact he's already won.
He's already won, and he's still. Oh my goodness! Just end
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What a game by Zero Aces, taking it all versus Appetite. Our buddy-o, saying goodbye. Better luck next time. With that, Zero Aces takes it all 2-0. Comments on that game. To be honest, there were no misplays except for Zero Aces at the end. Both of these players played to the best of their ability, and I think it was like the better mechanics won at the end. I mean, Zero Aces had all the answers, and it looks like it was just too much for Havatite to handle.
Yeah, that was an insane game coming there from Zero Aces. Havatite, unfortunately, not getting the revenge he wanted against Zero Aces. The crazy Aurelian Soul turn, along with the Living Legends, just really was too much for him to handle. I think the turning point of that match was really when Havatite lost his Ezreal to a top deck single combat. I mean, if the Ezreal survived just one more turn, enough for Karma to come down for Zero Aces, it would have been another story, I think. But getting the Ezreal out of the way, it was crucial for Zero Aces in that second game.
But yeah, that being said, like there were a lot of factors to see, but I mean, if he switched it out with Ezreal Karma, could he have won with his other deck?
He might have won,
and
and I think it wouldn't have mattered in the end because he still had to win with Ed's Karma, right? So you just can't win one game and then lose the next game. You'd still be out of the competition by then. But big props to Havatite for being one of the most consistent players in the game. So he's won a lot of other tournaments. He's been consistent on ladder, and that doesn't change. This loss doesn't change the fact that he is one of the best players in the Philippines.
Yeah,
And
that's really
yeah.
With that being said, thank you so much for that game, Havatite Zero Aces, and thank you so much for that match. we are going to be throwing it to our hosts, Joe Starscream and RR Kajo. Take it away.
Well,
Yoka!
well said.
Oh my God.
Ano?
Still, mukhang masasabi natin that Zero Aces is the kryptonite of Sir
Nalungkot na-
Hava for this
Yeah.
tournament. And medyo intense
Oo.
yung last few moments no game 2. And still respect to Havatite for being, yun nga gaya na sabi ni Zero Aces, for being consistent not just with the tournament but for the overall experience here in the Targon Showdown.
Of course, meron pa naman chance, ba? Battle for third.
Yes.
So there is still
There's
chance
still
for
a ray of hope.
hope for. Yes, a
Okay.
small hope, pero it's fine.
Yes.
It's good,
and,
still good,
may
still
pag-asa
there.
pa.
You're still there.
Para
diba?
sa viewers natin, may pag-asa pa kayo bumoto, may 2 rounds
Oh,
pa tayo.
syempre
diba?
naman. And speaking about yung mga prizes na yan, again, don't forget to vote. In a while, we will be starting our poll. And kakausapin ba natin yung
Yes.
ating winner?
mukhang
Pwede ba?
ready
Okay
na.
ba? Okay.
Ready na ang ating winner for the semifinals.
Yes, sir!
Zero Aces, congratulations, sir!
Kamusta, bro?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nakahinga na naman.
Nakahinga na.
Nakahinga naman. So, anong feeling na alam mo na sa sarili mo na ang pinakamababang mapapanalunan mo is 15,000 pesos?
Wow.
Sir, hindi pa rin makapaniwala, sir, na
Hindi, kung ayaw maniwala, sa amin na lang. Joke lang, joke lang.
Eh, sir, sige, kaya mo yan. Ano?
Kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan.
What are your thoughts right now? Ano iniisip mo, sir? Sige.
ito, sir, kasi nakapangako sa sa group chat namin sa Home of the Aces na magpapa-casual casual tournament na may prize na contest, sir.
Uy, kasali ako dyan, ha? Kasali tayo dyan sa group chat na yan, ha?
Sali tayo dyan.
Huwag mo kaming kalimutan dyan.
Abang ako yan. Nagbabasa ako nung chat group. Kasama ako doon. Alam mo, ha? Pag yan, di nangyari, ha? Hahantingin kita. Pero yun nga, again, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And, wow.
Galing, ha? Kasi you prove na siya yung parang kryptonite.
It was a worth it. It's a worth it. Yun yung it was a worth it battle. Yun nga. Ano masasabi mo? Any messages kay paring Havatite?
Pare, ganda ng laban. Salamat. Yun, next time ulit para magkaharap ulit tayo.
Challenge accepted ulit, ano? Ayun ka.
Parang naiiyak si Zero.
Mukhang mukhang hindi pa makapaliwala si
hindi
Zero
niya
na
natanggap pa eh.
nandun na siya waiting list
Oo.
sa finals. Grabe.
Galing.
At sigurado ko masaya din ng mga teammates mo knowing na makikinabang din sila sa Phoenix.
Oh, di ba?
Dito sa Targon. Dito lang kayo dyan. Casual tayo.
Ang ganda ng ngiti. Kanina di makatingin. Ngayon, sagad na eh. Oh, tala mo?
Alright. Maraming salamat, Zero Aces. Congratulations. We will see you later
In
sa
the finals.
Oh,
Ay,
thank you very much.
congratulations.
Okay. So, there you go, guys. Again, yung mga viewers natin, again, please do not forget to vote. We will be starting our poll in a while kasi you will have a chance to win either the rare wildcards or yung ating...
Ito.
Yan.
Ang napakagandang RR Cloak.
Yun, yung RR Cloak natin.
So all you have to do is cast your votes on the next upcoming match. Okay, it would be Lex Eterna versus Gambit Gmo. So
Alright.
mamaya pag lumabas na yung voting screen natin, cast your votes na kasi pag naubos yung oras, closed na ulit tayo.
That's right. Alam mo, ito rin, let this be parang a lesson din para sa mga viewers natin. Kasi, yung match, kasi di ba si Havatite, mataas yung expectations, and si Zero Aces, parang yung mga, parang, alam mo yan, yung level nila kasi parang malayo, especially for the fan base, parang ganon. So, people are expecting a lot, pero si Zero Aces, from scratch, parang nandun sa top, parang
Yes.
ganon, di ba? So, anything could happen, and who knows na baka kayo rin yung susunod na mga malulupit na players ng Legends of Runeterra.
And speaking of malulupit, eto na po ang winners ng ating malulupit na prizes. Again, yung unang 10 will be receiving the rare wildcards while the last person announced makakatanggap ng RR Cloak. Okay, without further ado, it's John Neil Nave. Again, sabi ko na nga mo, sisipag nito. Oh. Halatang halata, sir. Buibingo ka na, ha? Miguel Utleg, James Mitra, Japet Nakpil, Juniel Melendres, Leonard Richauco, John Carlo Villeza, Chandler Macpaul, Rires, John Patrick, Fermalan, and Jain Misa.
Oy, mga familiar names. Oy,
Di pa! May isa pa! Yung nanalo ng RR Cloak!
Oy, teka lang.
Ayaw niyo i-announce?
Ayun, bibilisan ko na. Yung nanalo ng RR Cloak, si John Vianney Delfin. Congratulations
Ayan,
sa'yo.
congratulations. Ano mo nakita mo dito kung sino yung sumusupport? I think yun, sina Miggy Hustler. Ito yung mga magti-teammates sila dun sa,
Oo,
sa
oo
teams
nga.
nila. And so far, mukhang interesting. Tingin mo, ito, tatanungin ko yung audience. Tingin nyo, okay kaya na magkaroon ng activity, clan versus clan? So,
Pero paano yun? Parang may representative bawat clan.
Yes,
is
parang
like
team
kinabi.
battle to. I think medyo magandang medyo magandang idea yun. So, let's see. Ay!
Pwede.
Oh my God. At eto na nga!
Pwede
Ayan
na ba tayo?
Lumabas na sa ilalim ng screen. Nakikita nyo, ayan.
Yeah, pwede na tayo
So,
mag-vote para sa
Ayan.
ating match number 6. So,
Semifinals number 2. Okay, pwede na kayong bumoto. Lex Aterna versus Gambit Gmo. Kanino kayo at sino tingin nyo ang mananalo? Ito na mga kaibigan. Vote now. You might win. Again, rare wildcards or the ultimate RR Cloak.
And of course, we'd like to thank Rumble Royale and Riot Games, especially for making this event possible.
Yan. And syempre, shout out sa lahat ng mga tao on the back end from the production side to the mods handling everything na
Yes.
nakatago at hindi natin nakita.
Oo.
Maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsuporta at pagtulong sa atin na maging okay ang event na ito.
Sino kaya sa tingin mo? Lex Eterna o Gambit?
Ang
Ano sa tingin
hirap
mo?
din kasi yung playstyles nila, specifically, Lex Aterna has the experience na before, it has been proven na nakakabawi siya. And interestingly, Gambit Gmo is using hindi siya yung meta deck, but so far it has been proven effective. Lalong-lalo na yung Lux na deck niya. Yun nga lang, the biggest challenge here right now is making proper decisions. And yun nga, kung ma-recognize ba nila na lethal plays yung magagawa nila at hindi nila mamimiss.
Oo, okay.
So, yun.
So, ayan po nag-stop na yung ating timer for the vote. Again, you still have a chance kasi ito match number 6 pa to. Okay, so don't lose hope. You still have a chance to win those rare wildcards and of course yung ating RR Cloak.
Ang ganda naman ng packaging yan. Sir.
Siyempre.
Napaka...
Medyo may mga konting...
Yang ka. And yun nga, speaking of the matchups, can't wait na makita kung sino ba. Sino ba ang mananalo? Would it be Master Lex Aterna or
si Lex?
the animation? Gmo. Kaya sino bang magwawagi dyan? And syempre, shout out sa lahat ng nanonood pa rin hanggang ngayon, especially to the community. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Oy, yung nga pala, gentle reminder, share nyo yung stream, syempre.
Syempre!
At saka hindi lang yun. Of course, yung ating community dito sa Legends of Runeterra is growing. So we would like you to join also our Discord,
Yes,
diba?
the Discord channel as well as the official Facebook channel natin. Para if ever na we have gigs, events, and activities, you will be notified ASAP.
That's right. And of course, don't forget to like and follow yung ating Rumble Royale page so that you get updated sa ating community for the tournaments that we have and some other activities, diba?
And of course, don't also forget to like and follow the official Legends of Runeterra Southeast Asia page para makita nyo talaga kung ano yung mga happenings, updates, and in-game changes na nangyayari for Legends of Runeterra.
Alright, so I think sa tingin ko, handa na tayo para sa ating semifinals number 2.
Semifinals number 2, Gambit Gmo versus Lex Aterna. Zero Infinity, Panda user, it's your time.
Yeah. And with that being said, thank you so much, RR Kajo and Joe Starscream. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be semifinals match number 2 between Gambit Gmo and Lex Eterna. That being said, I think the decks that they are going to be using for these matches is either going to is for Lex Eterna it's going to be Ezreal Karma, and for Gambit it's going to be Vilux and the Trundle Tryndamere combo. So okay, Zero Aces is up there, seeing in the brackets. Gambit, Gmo, and Lex Eterna will be battling it out for that final spot in the championship right there. So okay, we are going to be moving on to the deck list, and Gambit Gmo is going to be using the Vilux combo, and Lex Eterna is going to be using the Twisted Faith Gangplank, Bilgewater, and Noxus. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
on this match right here?
I mean, it all depends on how good the Radiant Guardian is going to get in this matchup. He needs all that healing coming in from the Radiant Guardian because he has no other forms of it. And the Twisted Fate Gangplank here from Lex Eterna is just going to try to close out the game really, really quickly. And if it doesn't go his way, he can always drop a Captain Farron. He can always drop a Riptide Rex on the later turns. But the thing here is, if Radiant Guardian is on play, when you put down Riptide Rex, it's kind of iffy because the tough mechanic from Radiant Guardian allows it to survive much more hits than usual from the Riptide Rex cannons. And that's going to be one of the crucial things that we're going to look out for in this matchup. I mean, he has the cards to activate the Radiant Guardian. It's just getting to those cards. He has the Blinding Assault into the Radiant Guardian, but Lex Eterna has the early pressure that Gambit might not be able to keep up with. If Lex Eterna here gets a couple of hits onto Gambit's Nexus, he can close out really, really well with Burn. We have triple Decimate and a triple Noxian Fervor on the side of Lex Eterna. So the goal here for Gambit Gmo is to not get too low on HP so he can control the board a little bit better. And here we go. We got Gambit Gmo on the Luxvi and Lex Eterna on the Gangplank Twisted Fate. We're going to find out who is going up against Zero Aces in the grand finals. And here we are in the last semifinals game of today. And we have a crazy hand here from Lex Eterna. It's all removal. We have double Make It Rain, a death hand, a double Warding Shot. Not exactly what we want to see, really. We have a pretty good hand here from Gambit. It's already turn 3 with 3 Spellbank mana. He's gonna go for the unlicensed innovation here. Gonna proc his Mage Seekers and take it from there.
That's true. So it's going to be a 5/5 on the board. Man, that's a risky thing to actually leave out there because that's 5 damage on the board. Okay, Lex Eterna chooses the Death Sand this and 1 damage on the Nexus, which is fine. What else is like there? A Progress Day. He could open attack this. It's not. I don't think it would be bad too. Or he could go for the Ranger.
He goes for the Grizzle Ranger here, not respecting at all the Make It Rain or the possible Twisted Fate. So, I mean, even if he goes for a Make It Rain here, it's fine for him. The Grizzle Ranger is just going to turn in a 3/4 Loyal Badger Bear, and it just makes the attack much more powerful. Lex Eterna here can go for the Twisted Fate red card, I think, and choose to pick up the unlicensed innovation with the Twisted Fate.
Yeah, but what else can he answer with this? I think that's the only play, to be honest. Okay. I think he's gonna stun.
That's interesting.
Okay, yeah, but
so
that's
he goes
actually
for a stun
good.
here.
That's still actually good because the Make It Rain can still potentially clear this. It's not gonna take damage in the process as well. But the Badger is still able to attack, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a nice play here from Lexiterna, going for the gold card on the 5-3 unit, and then cleaning it up with the Make It Rain, so he gets to take out both of the units at the same time. The scout attack didn't really matter there because the Grizzled Ranger immediately got taken off the board, and now we see a Zap Raven here coming from Lexiterna, tuning for 1 spell mana and gaining a Death's Hand in the process. Gambit
That's
here
so
choosing
true.
to save mana.
Is he
He
going to
might
say,
go.
you know, yeah, he can
Yeah.
go for the Mage Seeker, to be honest. Oh wow,
Uh-huh.
he's risking attacking with Twisted Faith. Fate, sorry.
Yeah, but the thing
Uh,
here is it's not really a risk, I think. But he's actually happy to go for the Grizzled Ranger trade here. Lex still has to use a spell to take care of the Grizzled Ranger, so it's essentially a trade. So it's kind of a 1-for-1, and it allows Gambit to develop the Radiant Guardian on this turn.
yeah. Twisted Faith to get his attack in. The Guardian is there, gonna put up more pressure. And I don't think this Guardian is gonna go anytime soon, to be honest. I'm so
Yeah.
tempted to like double Mage Seeker just to pull everything, to be honest.
Yeah, not an amazing hand here from Lexiterna. He drew all of his warning shots from the deck,
Yeah.
and it's not exactly what you want to see in the early game. But he has a nice gangplank here, and he can go for a play that can level up a gangplank much faster because of the warning shots. And here he chooses to pass. He might go for another Mage Seeker Persuader here. He can take care of the TF and the Zaps Raven, but on the side of Lexiterna, he can go for a Make It Rain, and if he hits the right targets, he can take care
If
of
he hits
both
the right
Mage
targets.
Seekers.
Yeah. Oh, I want to make a call. Make It Rain hits the Guardian and the Nexus, only hitting one of those Mage Seekers if he ever
Oh
does.
man, let's. It would be
I
painful
do
to see
these
that.
things,
It would
dude.
be painful to see that.
I,
It would be
I
painful to
make
see
those
that.
calls. I do that. Just the worst possible situation and the worst out.
Lex,
I
wag
do-
nakikinig kapag nangyari yun, si Panda yung may kasalanan. Kasalanan niya lahat kapag nangyari. Na-jinx ka
Okay.
niya, na-jinx ka niya. Hindi ako hindi ako.
It's gonna happen. Okay, Make It Rain or Noxian Fervor. What is he gonna go with? I think he's thinking of the Noxian Fervor, so he doesn't have to sacrifice one of the TF. He wants to sacrifice maybe one of the TFs. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, I think he's gonna go for the Make It Rain.
Oh no, I don't. Hintay ko
Oh,
na
no,
lang.
okay,
Hintay ko na
warning
lang. Warning shot here. Okay.
That's curious.
So he doesn't go for the Make It Rain. I mean, he could have risked the Make It Rain if he wanted to go for the damage on the Nexus, but he chooses to use the warning shot and pass. And we ito na ba? Ito na ba? Na ba?
No.
Okay.
I think he wants to level up Gangplank. He wants to level up
Uh-oh.
Gangplank for the Make It Rain turn.
Okay.
Okay, now he can use Gangplank.
Yep.
What if it still does do that?
Well, he can take care of it here with Gangplank because the attack trigger on Gangplank allows you to do X damage on the board. So Gambit here isn't incentivized to drop a Grizzled Ranger here. I mean, the thing here is if the Gangplank goes for an attack, he can still get blocked by the Radiant Guardian, and he can clean it up
Yeah.
with a gotcha or the Mystic Shot this turn.
I think he's actually thinking of Progress Day, but then again, there's nothing else to summon. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, he doesn't go for it. He
I don't
clearly-
think he's
he clearly-
incentivized to do so. Yeah, he wants to
Uh-huh.
keep this gotcha and Mystic Shot close to no information for Lex Eterna, so he's basically forcing Lex Eterna here to attack with the Gangplank and then combat trick him out with a block from the Radiant Guardian and
Yeah.
a Mystic Shot or a Gotcha behind it. Preferably a Gotcha.
Yeah, preferably a gotcha. So if he does attack with Gangplank, it's potentially going to be 1 damage to everyone. Even if Gambit Gmo does block with the... Okay, it just attacks with the... Oh, there we go. Gangplank. And how is he gonna do this? Can't really pull anything. There we go. Can't block an elusive unit, brother. Challenger only works on the next turn.
Yeah.
There we go. That's gonna overwhelm. Okay, there we go. So you
Yeah.
could Mystic Shot or Gotcha the... Yeah, Gangplank. That's the way it is. Or Noxian Fervor? No, yeah. Noxian Fervor the Gangplank. Noxian Fervor the
In
Gangplank.
this situation, you lose the Radiant Guardian to the Gangplank, but you're fine with that. You don't want this Gangplank alive for too long, or else
Yeah,
it's gonna clear your board every turn. And as it stands, he's still very healthy. Gambit is still very healthy at 18 HP. He has Vi in hand, and he still has a Progress Day for the refill. While on Lex's case, he doesn't have any more card draw at the moment. He has all the burn in the world, but 18 HP, that's too much.
Yeah, that is too much. So he loses even the Gangplank in the process. So, okay. He's gonna summon Valor. Blinding Assault. I wouldn't be mad by using Mystic Shot because the board state of Gambit Jibo is really good. But I think he's gonna use the Valor on the Spray Fin.
Here comes the punchline.
Yeah, and for the first time, I think, in this whole tournament, we see a Vi coming down on the board.
True.
It's gonna be the first
This-
time
I
we
think this
see
is
this
the only Vi.
champion. Yeah, it's
This is the only
already 9-4, and it might level up on this next turn since Lex Eterna already used the Make It Rain. I think Gambit here is going to feel safe putting down the Crippled Ranger on his turn, and he exactly does that, and he gets a 10. Whoa. That's a nice nab there from Lex Eterna. He gets a Concerted Strike out of Gambit's deck, and this could take care of the
needs you to
um, of the Vi here.
Concerted Strike on the Vi. Oh, the nab
Yeah.
mechanics. Tank.
That a bit
That's
of
2
a bit of
damage
a
each.
lucky break there. A bit of a lucky
Yeah,
break
that's
there from Lex Eterna, picking up the Concerted Strike from Gambit's deck. So Gambit is basically losing all of his board here. He gets a loyal
Yeah.
Badger Bear out of this trade, but the thing here is that the Vi is not going to be present there for Gambit.
Enforcer down.
Just as soon as we see Vi being played, we see it go bye-bye.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was nice knowing you, Vi. We've seen you for quite like a hot minute there, and
a hot minute.
you've already gone up the board.
30 seconds to be precise.
30 seconds. Oh, sobrang saglit ng highlight ni Vi on stream. That's
true.
That's pretty funny. We got a Dreadway deckhand here from Lex Eterna. He gets this might be a prime time to go for the Progress Day on Gambit's side, and he goes for it. He gets a Thermogenic Beam, a Remembrance, and a Mage Seeker Persuader. So I think this is the third Mage Seeker, right? He drew all of his Mage Seekers
Yeah.
in this
All
game.
of his- So I could choose to. No, I wouldn't Mystic Shot this, to be honest. But then again,
He can eat the 2 damage, and I
Can
mean
eat the
he
2
doesn't have the
damage.
Radiant Guardian. He can eat the 2 damage, or he can go for a Mystic Shot. The thing about eating the damage here is, right, it's kind of okay for Lex Eterna. It's not game winning, in the sense he
Yeah.
gets a Mage Seeker Persuader development here, and by not using the Mystic Shot, you are setting yourself up for a nice thermogenic beam on this turn.
That's so true. So on the next turn, like that's the 10th turn, 10th mana curve turn. Okay, a Valor would be nice. I wouldn't be mad about
Yeah,
that.
Blinding Assault here would be amazing. He can go for Blinding Assault and then go for the Scout attack. After the Scout attack, he can go for the Remembrance and hopefully high roll a Radiant Guardian. And it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be game from there. I think it's GG if he gets a Radiant Guardian out of the Remembrance.
That's true. Okay, warning shot. Oh, is he doing everything? What was that? Okay. Oh, okay. Nox and Fervor. Just to clear. Oh,
Yeah.
sadly, it's gonna get Mystic Shot. And yeah, it has.
Yeah, the
to.
discipline there with the Mystic Shot, right? He was thinking about using it next turn, but now he gets to deny a nice Noxian Fervor turn out of Lex Eterna with the Mystic Shot. So he finds a better use for it. He doesn't lose any of his creatures on this process. He can still go for the Remembrance if he wants to, but he has a multitude of removal here that he can make use of. And there's only a Warning Shot left in Lex Eterna's hand. He's in top deck mode, and if anything, the best case scenario for Lex Eterna here is if he gets a Riptide Rex and possibly clean up the battlefield of Gambit.
That's true. So Remembrance, but Remembrance could be anything, to be honest. You can use the Thermogenic Beam on the 3/3 also as well. And what is it? Oh, it's a dragon. The Scout. So emote, dude, it's so good. The Ezreal
Oh,
sweating
man.
emote.
Yeah, Monka Ez.
Wonka.
Exact. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
Thermogenic
hear-
Beam
yeah.
on the 3/3.
Yeah, it might be a Thermogenic Beam of the 3/3. He gets a Great Companion out of the Remembrance. I mean, Lex Eterna is just drawing that. He needs a Riptide Rex really badly, and he gets a Twisted
Oh,
Fate.
no.
I mean, he can still go red card, take care of two creatures on the side of Gambit, but Gambit's card quality here is insane. He draws a Lux, and it's just much closer to winning this game.
Yeah. So when he deals 1 damage to all, he could put down the Lux in the process. That's not gonna hurt you too much, to be honest. Or you could actually single combat the Valor onto the Twisted Fate. Or not. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I think he's saving the single combat so he can use it with the Lux.
Oh, okay. with
So it
Lux.
can be included in the level up condition of Lux, which is you have to spend 6 mana on spells, if I were to correct myself, and then you'd level up Lux and you get a final spark to go with it.
Yeah. Seeing as these are Gambit Gmo is just in a good place while Lex is just backed up in a corner. Can't really attack. Just saving that cannon shot right there. Man, not the best thing in the world. Well, that's
He
a
gets a
Gangplank,
Gangplank, but it's a bit concerning since Gambit here has the Concerted Strike to deal with it. I mean, Gambit just has all the right tools right now to win this game.
Yep. What are you doing really? Do you want the scout mechanic?
Honestly, I think he wanted the Scout attack there. There wasn't anything that was gonna take out the Great Companion. Now we see the Gangplank on the board. We can go Concerted Strike on the Gangplank here, and the correct
that's it.
move here is the correct move here is to just go Warning Shot now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it prevents 1 turn, but so the Lux levels up, earning Gambit a final spark in hand.
That's it.
This deals 4 damage to an enemy, he can go Vital Spark on the barrel. And even though Lex
Oh look,
procs this
the
barrel with a
scenario
Barking
looks
Shot,
familiar.
yeah, and
The scenario
finally,
looks familiar.
Gambit Gmo doesn't miss lethal this time with Final Spark going into the powder keg and closing it out early. I think Gambit is feeling really confident here. He is
Yeah.
making really disciplined plays. From the last time we saw him on stream, Lex Eterna unfortunately had a
Yeah.
terrible mulligan there. He drew all his warning shots. I mean,
Yeah,
he
that's
got the
true.
gangplank level early, right? But even then, it just wasn't enough to get the game going for him. So we're gonna go into a game 2 real soon. And what is left in Gambit's lineup? Do you know?
I think it's gonna be Trundle. It's gonna be the Trundle Tryndamere. So it's Freljord Shadow Isles. So Lex is just left with the Twisted Fate Gangplank or the Ezreal Karma combo. But seeing as how it is, I think I would stick with the Twisted Fate Gangplank combo here versus the Tryndamere Trundle. Just
Yeah, I mean,
But then again, there's a lot of removal for that lineup right there. What do you think?
yeah,
Lex Eterna?
I mean, War Mother actually struggles with deny in the meta. So the only reason why War Mother is good now is because there's not much deny floating around in the meta, with Ionia being one of the weaker regions in this meta. But Lex Eterna actually brought an Ezreal Karma, and if he wants to win a game against the War Mother deck, he can go for the Ezreal Karma to win one game. But then again, he has to win still with the Gangplank Twisted Fate, and the War Mother deck actually has a lot of removal backed up by a lot of healing that may be tough to deal with as the Gangplank Twisted Fate player.
Yeah, but I think Lex could actually stick with the Twisted Faith Gangplank, like the Bilgewater Noxus, because as I'm looking at the list of Lex Eterna's Ezreal Karma, there's no deny in it, not even one deny. So
Oh wait, it doesn't have deny?
yeah, it doesn't have deny. I'm looking at this list right now, the list you edited. Uh, uh, Sorry, when we say you made it more visible because I was
Yeah.
struggling to look for it. But yeah, seeing in this list, there's no deny. So Lex Eterna could be struggling with this.
That's interesting. Is this the same list without the Will of Ionia?
No, this list has one Will of Ionia for Lex
Okay,
side.
okay.
So I think no, the one without Will of Ionia was Havatite's list.
Oh,
And
gotcha,
then
gotcha.
it has deny. So I think those were the two cards that were switched up. So
Right.
for Lex Eterna's side, it was he has Will of Ionia, but he doesn't have deny. So I think this is just a delay tactic, more of instead of a safer kind of a thing. But I think Will of Ionia just things a lot. Yeah, see, he's gonna stick. So Lex Eterna has stuck with the Twisted Faith Gangplank, and he's gonna come up against the Trundle Tryndamere, Shadow Isles Freljord combo. Because,
Yeah, and we see here Gambit Gmo on the War Mother list going up against the aggressive burn list of Twisted Fate Gangplank. So we see that Gambit Gmo's deck has the tools to handle all the burn coming in from Lex Eterna. So it's just going to be a matter of drawing these said tools to start gaining life, start picking off the creatures on Lex Eterna's side. But the thing here is, even if you have all these healing, sometimes Noxian Fervor can just mess it up by a lot. You go for a Grasp of Undying on one creature, and the opponent just goes Noxian Fervor, and basically you've wasted 3 HP heal, and he gets to do 3 damage on your Nexus. So if anything, that's one of the plays that Gambit should be looking out for is the Noxian Fervor punish plays that Lex Eterna is going to be packing. But he
Yeah.
can go for like an early ramp here. And I think the most dangerous start that Gambit Gmo has to worry about is a warning shot into a Jagged Butcher immediately.
Yeah.
Because 3/3 body on the Jagged Butcher can be sometimes too tough to deal with. It can't be dealt with Avalanche. You have to get the Grasp of the Undying, and it being too early on turn 1 with a 3/3 creature is gonna be tough for some decks to deal with, specifically War Motherless. So here we see in the polls, Gambit Gmo on 70% in the polls. People have him winning, and Lex Eterna on 30%. So we're gonna see the
Before
mulligans
he
here.
throws the warning shots.
Yeah, and before he draws all the
I'm
warning
joking.
shots. So he gets
It's a joke. It's a joke.
so he gets one warning shot here, and what the difference here is that he has a better curve than he did last game. He gets a Dreadway deckhand here immediately on turn 2. Gambit here can just pass. He can wait for his opponent to attack before going into the Catalyst of Aeon, so he can get value out of the 3 HP heal.
And that's gonna be a heal. But next turn it's gonna get more mana. So I think Lex has the choice of it's just a hard pass. You're gonna have to be patient with these things. So it's gonna be 5 mana ramp for Gambigino. Oh, he's gonna trundle immediately. I see.
Yeah, that's a nice play here. Just get a thick unit on the board, make it hard for your opponent to deal with. And you can go for Trundle here onto the powder keg, but he chooses to pop it right away with a warning shot, and he might just go for a Yordle Grifter after this. Or what is that? Is that a Twisted Fate that he is over?
Oh, that's a Jagged.
Yeah,
That's Twisted Fate, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a bit of a misplay. I don't think he should have.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was fine there, just going for...
I think it was a bit wasted. Because if he Twisted Fate first, then he could have Death's Hand? Question mark?
No, that wouldn't have happened. If he went for Twisted Fate for 3 damage onto the Trundle, Death's Hand is only 2 damage on the creature, so it wouldn't have... So the better play there was if you wanted to use Gold Card on Twisted Fate, you really should have just used it on the warning shot. So Lex here has a couple of choices. He has Gangplank already on the board, already in hand, I would say. And he goes for this play.
Avalanche.
Yeah, and
Avalanche
now Gambit here might just go for an Avalanche in this spot.
Yeah.
And
the only out
in response to that, he can go for Death's Hand, but that can, I mean, it would make it awkward for Gambit here. If he goes for the Vile Feast on the keg, he's gonna lose the Spider as well to the Avalanche. But I think Lex here is going to go for that exact play.
Death's Hand. It'll be one. It's a one.
And I think he's fine here, just taking the Death's Hand on the Trundle. It's not gonna die. You can just eat 5 damage this round, because if you do Vile Feast, you lose... Well, there might be a consideration for Vile Feast, actually, so you just don't get hit by 1 extra damage from the Death's Hand.
He chose not to. I think he's gonna do it after. Nah.
Yeah. Yep. And he's happy here, just taking, I think, just eating 5 from Gangplank.
Yeah. Their bones are splinter. He's actually gonna attack with Gangplank. Oh, he's gonna risk it. I would actually save him, to be honest. Then again,
yeah, just don't block with Trundle here, I think, because you can clean up Gangplank later on with the Grasp of the Undying. You can eat 5 damage here.
Just don't, because you want the Stone Wall to and regenerate your Trundle. Grasp of Undying seems optimal here. Oh, yeah, he's gonna go.
Yep.
I think he's gonna take 4. Yeah.
Yeah, Lexiturna here is still pretty healthy. He can just take 4 here. He goes for the Yordle Grifter, which nets him a Weirding Stones. Not an amazing draw there from the Nab mechanic. And now with 2 mana left on the side of Lexiturna, he can go for the Grasp of the Undying play here, cleaning up the Gangplank, gaining him 3 life in the process. And that's a good turn for Gambit. And on the next turn, he's up to 8 mana. He can go for the Ice Pillar play. And it's gonna make it much more harder for Alexa Turner to win, because even if he draws the Riptide Rex, you have an 8 toughness Ice Pillar to deal with, and it might not be the one of the best plays. We saw that, I think, yesterday with a Riptide Rex as well, trying to eat some of the trolls and the Ice Pillar, and it wasn't going super well because the targets were very, very awkward.
But looking at this line, okay, what's he gonna draw with this? Could draw a Death's Hand, could be a Ravenous Flock, or that the Noxian Fervor. Oh, sorry, there's no Noxian. Sorry, oh no, Ravenous. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's an Noxian Fervor. It's an Noxian Fervor.
So Trundle is going to be upgraded.
Let's do this.
Would you kill that with the Grasp, the Spray Fin?
Nah, I would save it for a possible Noxian Fervor play. You lose so much. No. You lose so much. You lose so much HP. You lose so much HP if you go for the Grasp of the Undying here. I think it's just a huge misplay if he goes for it. He should go for the Avalanche, honestly. And then what Lex is going to do is he's going to try and get some value out of it with Noxian Fervor, and that's the only time you go for the and the Undying. And that's nice that Gambit actually realized that that was going to be a huge misplay, knowing that Lex Eterna drew something off of the Zap Spray Fin. It could be a Noxian Fervor, and that was a nice read from him going into this Avalanche play.
Okay, so Noxian Fervor, with Avalanche. Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
Grasp
this is the
gonna-
right way. This is the right way to go, and this way you actually gain kind of 6 HP, right? Because you deny the Noxian Fervor from going into the Nexus, plus you gain the 3 from Grasp of the Undying. So that was just the correct thing to do. And we get another Vile Feast going into the Jagged Butcher, which is gonna be another creature taken off the board of Lex Eterna. We go into turn 8 with 9 mana here for Gambit, a vulnerable on the Yordle Grifter, and chooses to go to drag the Yordle Grifter with a Spider, taking it off the board. The hold mechanic here for Trundle, putting it up to 6 power. Another Zap Spray Fin from Lex Eterna. But the concern here now is that Gambit is still super healthy. It's already turn 9 and he still has 15 HP.
Yeah.
It's not looking very good for Lex Eterna. He might get a nice nab out of the Yordle Grifter. A Vengeance perhaps would be very welcome in this spot.
That's true. But I don't see it happening, to be honest. Okay. Oh, what? Come on, as you call it. You did get
Yeah,
a
that's what you gotta get from the nab. That's exactly what he wanted. He has a Vengeance now to take care of the Trundle, and that might just turn things around.
That's true. That's so true. Man, as you call it as well. That's gonna be so annoying. Okay. It's gonna attract that. Whoa. Man, if I was... Okay, then the HP. That's fine. So, Vengeance? But then again, there's Atrocity, so... With this... Yeah, but I really think this is the primal turn to do it. Atrocity onto Trundle.
Yeah, he goes Vengeance on the Trundle. I don't think Gambit is incentivized to use Atrocity just yet. Oh, so he goes for a Vile Feast here on the Zap Sprayfin, which is pretty curious to me.
Yeah, yeah. Why would he do that? Maybe get more HP. Okay, I think he's gonna set up for whale. But then again, you are wasting some other stuff. Viafis could have used
Yeah.
it on some.
Never lost a fair game.
Yeah, Twisted Fate here going for the red card. Uh, I would think that it would have been better to go for the blue card. You need more options in your hand at
Yeah,
this
you
point.
need more options.
You have Decimate and you have Warning Shots. You basically have all the burn from your deck, but it's not getting there just yet. So
Why?
he goes for a Vile Feast on the which is pretty crazy. I think he goes for the Avalanche here, clean up the TF, set up the Vile Feast on the Yordle Grifter, and he can take it from there.
That's that's curious. You could have vibe feasted the Yordle instead. But yeah, it is what it is. He realized that he had Avalanche, but he chose the Sprayfin instead, which had 2 mana when nothing could have buffed that up, to be honest. Okay. So it's gonna be Yabajimo's next turn. Soul Gorger would be fine. But I think he's gonna open attack first.
Yeah, here comes the Vengeance, and Gambit is not gonna be feeling good about this. The Vengeance is from his own deck, and he's probably pretty pissed off right now with the Vengeance on the Trundle. Oh man, he could have closed it out here. He could go for the Atrocity play after the Trundle attack, but this Vengeance, man, coming off of the Yordle Grifter, nerf nab, Riot. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, but right now I think Atrocity is the right play. You don't want to waste Trundle. There are other ways, but then again, there's no other way for this. Okay, he doesn't go for the. Yeah, he doesn't go for the Atrocity play, but he can put down a Soul Gorger just for the defense, and he's gonna get more HP from this.
Yeah, well, there's 15 HP left on Gambit's Nexus. He has a lot of direct damage in hand. Weirding Stones now on the side of Gambit Gmo. This is not really what he wants to see off the top deck because he's done with the Rampart. Now he goes for the Petty. Alex Attorney goes for the Petty Officer on the Powder Keg. He has a lot of ways to make this Powder Keg work. And Gambit here going for a Vile Feast, but I think Lex is happy to just take this Vile Feast and then go for a Make It Rain to take care of the spider.
Yeah, I think so. You don't really need to react to this. You can pass on it. There we go. But you could have Withering Wailed to lure out the second Make It Rain. But he doesn't know that just yet. So is this gonna be a Decimate? And this is gonna be a
Yeah.
Decimate. 4 damage.
I think it's a prime time to do Decimate here on this turn. And Gambit here could be happy just going for the Withering Wail, which he decides against.
Ooh.
So now it's going to be a bit awkward here because now Lex Eterna has the Noxian Fervor to counter the healing of the Withering Wail.
Yeah, but if he knocks in Fervors in response, it could get Grasp of Undying. There's the Trundle, something that
Yeah,
actually needs. We actually
That's
threw
a nice
Decimate
top
again.
deck. No.
Oh, knocks
Okay,
in Fervor.
he goes. It's fine. It's fine. He goes for the Withering Wail here, and Lex Eterna is, I think, forced into a situation where he has to use Noxian Fervor so he can close the game out. But he doesn't know that Gambit still has one more Grasp of the Undying, and whatever he chooses to use Noxian Fervor on,
What? He actually
okay, he just
went
lets
for
it through.
He just took it.
He just lets it through. He wants the Trundle. He wants the Trundle. He wants the Trundle bad. He goes for the Trundle play here. He just wants to close the game, realizing that his opponent doesn't have enough mana to start burning him out. He's still at 5 HP with 2 cards in Lex Eterna's hand. We know already that it's warning shot. Gambit doesn't know that, but that's fine. He knows that Lex Eterna here can close out the game at 5 mana with 3 cards. So he just goes for the Trundle play here, and he's going for the win here with the Weirding Stones blocking the Trundle, but there goes 3 HP more onto Gambit's Nexus with the heal from the Soul Gorger, and it's gonna be GG. He has it. He has the Ice Pillar. He can go for a soft pass here with the Ice Pillar, and he has the Atrocity to close out the game. He smells it. Gambit, I think, smells it. He knows he can just go for this Atrocity play without getting punished.
Yeah, there's no other way. There's no other out for this. I'm gonna use it on Trundle. Yeah, that's it. That's game.
That's game. It's looking game. If he presses OK, he just has to press OK, and he wins the whole series here. He goes for an Atrocity play with a Shen emote. Behind that, Lex Eterna Shen emotes back. A great respect from both players. But Gambit here edges it out against Lex Eterna with a 2-0 sweep. And wow, we're gonna see Gambit Gmo going up against Zero Aces in the Grand Finals.
Grand Finals, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be Gambit Gmo versus Zero Aces. But I think before we get into that game, I think it's actually gonna be Lex Eterna and Avatite, a battle for third. This is still gonna be a battle for third, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's off stream. It's off stream. I think the battle for third is off stream.
Okay. But yeah, with that being said, I think good plays by Gambit Gino and Lex Eterna. Thoughts on the first game? I think he just had a bad hand, Lex Eterna. I mean, if it was a different situation for that, hand mulligan for the first game, I think it could have been a different story. The second game, Gambit Gmo just had every answer for everything that Lex Eterna had. It was very unfortunate, but good show by both of these players, and I would say it's GG. But Gambit Gmo moves on the Grand Finals.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gambit Gmo versus Zero Aces in the Grand Finals, and we're gonna see Lex Eterna. Well, not really see. We're not gonna have it on stream, but Lex Eterna and Habitat is gonna battle it out for third place for a chance at the prize pool here from the Targon Showdown. Big props here to Lex Eterna. I think that was a very unfortunate game on the first game from getting all the warning shots in your hand just wasn't super optimal in putting pressure on your opponent during the Lux Vi matchup. Gambit Gmo, though, on the game two, having some really, really clean plays, realizing the counters to the Noxian Fervor, going for that lethal play on the Trundle. So, ito na yung time na i-retire yung Miss Lethal meme ni Gambit Gmo, because he's been finding all the right plays to get his opponent down to 0 HP on the Nexus. And that's really great to see here. There's some growth still in the tournament setting. And I'm excited. I'm super excited for the Grand Finals that we're going to have later on.
Yeah. And with that said, thank you so much for that Zero Infinity. I think we're going to move on to our host. Take it away, RR Kajo and Joe Starscream.
Right. Good job, Panda User and Zero Infinity. Nakuha yung pangalan ko.
Isa lang masasabi ko ngayon. Okay. No misplays for Gambit Gmo today for this match. Congratulations.
Magaling.
Well deserved, and pinakita niya for although there were times na on a perspective nung ni Gambit Gmo, kasi hindi niya nakikita yung cards niya ni Lex. It might be hopeless, but grabe. Eto na, without further ado, siguro better to ask
yes, of course.
Winner himself, Gambit Gmo, nandiyan ka ba? Sir!
Yun, parang anime talaga to.
What's up?
Sir, nandiyan ka ba, sir? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, nandito ako. Di ba ako naririnig?
Kamusta?
Eto, super saya.
Super saya. Eh,
Wait,
syempre, nakasecure na ng slot sa finals eh.
Bukod sa saya, anong nararamdaman mo ngayon?
Ano pa ba ang kailangan ko maramdaman?
Hindi,
May
yung-
Miss Little
yung
ba ako
laban
kanina?
Yung laban nyo with Lex, kamusta yung pakiramdam mo nung second match?
Nung second match, confident ako sa matchup kasi control versus ano. Kaso ang hindi ko lang in-expect yung mga ninanakaw na cards. Tulad nung ninakaw na Vengeance, yung ganun. So medyo nagulat ako doon. I expected nga actually gagamitin niya yung easy karma para ano. Pero yun, so yeah.
Anong feeling mo ngayon na makakalaban mo sa finals? Teammate mo rin.
Yun nga, isa sa rason kung bakit super saya ako ngayon. Kasi, yun, I guess pwede kami mag-emote spam kasi tropa ko naman yun. So, mag-BBM-an kami. Pwede kami mag-trash talk.
Diyos ko Lord, kinabahan naman ako doon. Okay. Pero yun nga, again, very much kudos sa'yo for a well-deserved position. And now you're qualified to the finals. Ang kalaban mo dito is your teammate Zero Aces.
Zero Aces.
No, mukhang masaya-saya
Thank you.
ang GC natin ngayon, sir, ano?
Mamaya ko pa babasahin actually.
Ganda ka naman! The-suspense!
Kailangan nakafocus daw kasi.
Pero sa inyo, eto, although magkaibigan kayo, magkakilala kayo, you have been participating in a couple of tournaments with Zero Aces. Ngayong makakalaban mo siya for the Targon Showdown PH on the Grand Finals. Any message para kay Zero Aces?
Get good.
Get good. Buddy.
Napaka-reserved nito magsalita. Wala man lang kahit anong provocation no?
Okay naman. Playing safe.
Yeah, playing safe.
Playing safe.
And ayun nga, any advice sa mga planong maging professional in terms of having a tournament perspective dun sa audience natin? Anong
Alright.
mabibigay mo na advice sa kanila?
Ang masasabi ko lang sa kanila, tandaan nila na iba yung meta sa ladder at iba yung meta sa tournament. So, hindi lahat ng decks na effective sa pag-climb to Masters is magiging effective na sa tournaments. May sarili ding meta ang tournaments. So, experience and just ano lang talaga. May mga nagpo-post naman din sa ibang mga websites ng mga analysis nila. Yun. So, yun ang advice ko. Magsimula na sila kung gusto nila maging competitive. Tapos, read a lot. Kasi natututo ako ng mga match-up sa kakabasa, sa Reddit, tapos kung ano-ano pang forums ng Legends of Runeterra.
Okay. Ayan.
Oh, yan. At least may mga napupulot tayong
Well
mga
said.
info rin,
Again,
diba?
ayan, I have to agree on this one. The metagame for the tournament is clearly different from the ranked metagame. And usually, nagiging misconception na yun nga, most of the time, we are using decks to rank up during tournaments and yun yung nagiging parang nagiging drawbacks in reaching the pinnacle of rankings sa tournament proper. So maraming salamat, Gambit Jimo. Alam ko mag-prepare ka na for the finals. Good luck and may the best player win.
Yo.
Thank you.
Well said, Well said. Ikaw yung well said dun,
Well said. At eto na nga, mga kaibigan, let's look at the brackets if it's ready. Okay, just a recap. Oh my God. It has been a long day.
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
from the quarterfinals, Havatite nanalo sa first round, followed by Zero Aces, Gambit Jimo, and Lex Saturna.
Semifinals.
Pagdating sa semifinals, Havatite versus Zero Aces advanced. And dito naman sa second semifinals natin, Gambit Jimo versus Lex Saturna, Gambit Jimo prevailed. At yun nga, with all things said and done, we have and we present to you guys, Yaka!
Wow! May ganun.
Okay, ang gandang intro. Okay.
Alright. But of course, yung ating third place, maglalaro pa rin sila. Si Lex
Yes, maglalaro pa rin sila.
Pero ito yung naka-stream natin,
Yes.
yung finals lang.
So ayan, the grand final prayers for tonight are Zero Aces and Gambit Gmo.
Gambit Gmo.
Oh my
Alright. And
God.
of course, guys, eto na ha, yung mga gustong humabol para manalo ng ating wildcards. So, yung mga rare wildcards, cast your votes. Sino sa tingin nyo mananalo, and you may have a chance to win. Again, yung ating mga rare wildcards. And of course, yung ating malupitang
Cloak.
RR Cloaks.
Yan. So antay lang natin mag-open ang voting natin para makapag-register nyo na kagad. Medyo torn ako dito. Hindi mo alam kung sino yung ano eh. Ang hirap eh. Ang hirap mag-decide kung sino sa kanilang dalawa. Pero regardless kung sino manalo, I think they both deserve their spots right now, having the opportunity to reach the grand finals. Hindi biro yung dinaanan nila from day one up to now.
Of course, of course. Again, ito na pala. So we're gonna mention out the names of the winners for the rare wildcards, and of course, the last name will be for the RR Cloak. Teka lang, tama ba to? 10. Okay. Okay. So, ang tatawagin ko, binilang ko eh. Parang ang konti ng mga pangalan eh. Ay, yung
Binabasa mo pa lang yung pangalan. Natawa na ako.
Okay, sige. Okay, starting with Matabang Unicorn, Fenel Marshall, Remiel Suva, Welco Orejola, Arjem Flores, James Ventura, Eugene Torino, Ron Jan Allen Garcia, and Jeremy Tugon. So kayo yung nanalo sa ating rare wildcards.
At ang nanalo naman ng RR Cloak ay walang iba. Oh! Walang iba, kundi nagbabalik ulit kami sa poster ng winners. Walang iba kundi si Lember Garcia. Yeah, congratulations. Parang ayaw niya ipamigay. Yung prod natin medyo galit eh. Akin na lang yan, wag nyo na sabihin yan. Pero nonetheless, eto, hindi man kayo nanalo simula nung quarterfinals na matches until the semifinals matches, may isang chance pa kayo.
Ito na yun.
Ito na yun.
Ito na yun.
Ito na yun.
So, make sure you cast your vote. So, it's either Gambit Gino or Zero Aces.
Ayan. Pag-isipan yung mabuti kung sinong pipiliin nyo. At pag nag-start na yung countdown natin,
Wala na.
ayan na.
Hindi na pwede.
Pag naubos yun, it's over.
Itong finals natin, best of 3 pa rin.
Yes, this is best of 3 finals.
Para na malinaw lang din.
Bago magsimula, we would also like to thank Rumble Royale as well as Riot Games for making this event possible. And syempre, bago magsimula, shout out sa lahat ng mga tao na tumulong para maging successful itong event na to, from the prod team up to the people in the Discord managing all our players, as well as syempre mga influencers natin. Okay, shout out sa inyo mga kapatid.
Salamat sa inyo dahil sa inyo nakapag
salamat
tayo ng
sa
tournament.
pag-participate sa event na to. You still have at least 30 plus seconds to vote. I-vote na, all out na
Vote
tayo
na,
mga
yes.
kaibigan. Yan na.
Ako
So nagpapabati rin pala, okay, isa sa mga influencers na Trexler, yan. Ay, nako, talagang may mga
may
hugot
pabati.
Ay, binabati ko rin pala yung wife ko. Makakauwi na ako. Mamaya.
Ayan, yung front, masaya para sa'yo.
Yes.
Yung mga gamit mo raw nasa labas.
Diyos ko, Lord.
10 seconds.
And, pero maraming salamat. Thank you, RR and Riot Games, for giving us the opportunity to cast. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, Joe, Starscream.
Yes, of course.
Nakanang. And
Joe.
hopefully, marami pa to.
Marami.
Ay!
Oo, kasi ito nga yung para sa mga viewers natin, ako sa inyo, you download the game, start playing the game now kasi it's very easy. Very easy. Hindi kayo masyado mahassle. Alam mo yun, parang relax lang. And who knows, baka mamaya kayo yung mga nasa top players namin. And you may be invited sa ating mga community activities.
Yes, community activities. Again, reminding everyone, we have the casuals every Thursday, 7 p.m. onwards. Punta lang kayo sa official LOR Discord. As well as if you want to get more info regarding what's happening here in the community, you could also join our Legends of Runeterra Philippines Facebook channel. And for the ultimate updates and activities across Southeast Asia, don't forget to subscribe also to the Legends of Runeterra Southeast Asia.
Alright, there you go. And don't forget, of course, to like and follow the official page of Rumble Royale.
Yeah.
And kung pwede pa ihabol, i-share nyo na rin yung stream natin para alam mo yun, makita ng mga ibang
Ito na yung
friends
huling
ninyo.
hura. This is the
Oo,
best
saka-
of the best.
Tama. Para makita rin ng mga ibang tao, diba, na kung paano yung gameplay, paano yung mga diskarte, mga ganun.
Ayan. At syempre, yun nga, maraming tao ang kanina nag-stream tayo, we were featuring the deck codes of the players bago mag-start yung laban. And I think maraming kumopya at kumuha nun, seeing na possible
Oo.
kaya.
Yes,
Kung
yes.
magagamit ko to, tataas ba yung ranking ko?
Yes,
O,
that's
diba?
right. Pero again, hindi lahat ng nasa meta nananalo.
Yes.
Depende talaga sa diskarte. And sometimes by chance. O, diba? Mga swerte-swerte rin sa pag nabunot mo.
And tamang saikuhan
totoo.
May brain psychological wars na nangyayari.
Yes.
Inipredict mo kung ano kaya hawak nito. May mana siya, ano kaya pwede niyang gawin.
That's
So
right.
mind games.
That's right. So, ayun guys, again, download nyo na. It's a free game, Legends of Runeterra.
Yak.
Pwede nyo siya ma-download.
Yak. At ito na nga, we're just waiting for the game to start. Pero bago ang lahat, reminding everyone, okay, if you have some, kung sino pa shout out, just comment on the stream. Sabihin nyo lang kung sino tingin nyo. Okay, sino pong mananalo? Is it
Oo nga.
Gambit Gmo or Zero Aces? Ayan.
Sino kaya? Interesting ito. Magkaibigan sila di ba? Tapos ito si Zero Aces, alam mo, parang kanina, nandun lang sa baba, pero ngayon, nandito na eh.
And nagkataon na mag-teammates pa sila. So, medyo
Masaya.
torn dito siguro yung mga kasama nila sa loob ng team. Hindi nila alam kung sino ba iboboto natin dito.
Sino kaya? Magandang gawin nila. Ito, boto mo. Ito, boboto ko.
Hati.
Hati tayo.
Pero baka mamaya,
Pero hindi pwede hati
basta may
sa
nagkaroon ng
premyo.
tampuhan. Bakit di mo ako binoto? Lagi naman tayo magkasama maglaro eh.
Nakikita pa ba ngayon yung poll kung ano yung sa votes?
Yeah.
Kasi kahapon ba meron, di ba?
I think possible na makita natin yung percentile. We're
Percent.
just
Oo,
waiting.
kasi like yesterday, we saw the votes. Yung mga poll.
Feeling ko medyo nahihirapan yung team natin with all the people watching right. Medyo nag-flood yung voting natin. So it might take a little bit of time.
Okay.
So antay-antay lang natin. Pero yun nga, this is giving everyone still a chance. Kung if you have records of your mind-blowing plays and epic fails, okay, don't forget to submit this to us. Baka manalo kayo ng ating limited edition Legends of Runeterra kit. Ayan ka!
Ayun. So, Monkey Idol. So, saan ba nila pwede
Monkey
i-submit
Idol
yun?
and crowd favorite. For more information, just visit the official Rumble Royale channel para makita nyo yung mga instructions on how to submit your clips. Okay, napakaganda, men. Hindi po yan nabibili sa labas. You cannot purchase it. It's only available if you join the event. Okay, gandang pag-plug in. No?
Ayan, di ba?
Eh,
Ganda
yun
ng
pa
details
pala.
nung nakiklip siya.
Pop up. Yeah, ang ganda nung logo. It's ayan, collector's
Runeterra.
item.
Wow.
Ayun nga pala, bago matapos yung araw. Joe, mabibili ba nila yung cloak na suot-suot mo? Yung Yasuo yung
hindi
Yasuo costume mo.
Actually, surprise dapat to sa cosplay ko. So, I will be cosplaying Yasuo soon and this is part of the costume. Actually, gawa na siya.
Naku,
gawa
antabayan
na
ko
siya.
yan. Katulad ng pag-antabay natin. Eto na!
Oy!
The main event of the evening. Without further ado, Gambit Gmo versus Zero Aces. Zero Infinity and Panda User. Take it away!
Here we go, guys. So we're here. Grand finals. It's gonna be Gambit Gmo versus Zero Aces. And this is really a story between two very different players. Gambit Gmo opting for a lot of the meta decks. Well, he tries to get a lot of the net decks going. He just tries to learn a lot of the net decks, not really modify it too much. Zero Aces, on the other hand, he tries to go for this weird and not really super popular decks. He goes for decks that he builds himself and tries to get much more success with it on the ladder and in tournament meta. So here we have the first picks for the first game of the Grand Finals. We have Gambit Gmo picking up Longsleeves against Zero Aces, Thresh, Gangplank, and What do you think about this matchup, Panda?
Looking at the deck list, there are a lot of removals for zero aces, but if it can keep up though, because I'm putting this at like a 60-40, 60% Gambit Gmo and 40% is zero aces. Because in this lineup, there's like the only solid removals that I can see is Vengeance, and he's only carrying two of them. Compared to Gambit Gmo, there's a lot of solid threats. There's Remembrance. There's Unlicensed Innovations. There's even three Radiant Guardians right there. So I think if Zero Aces can have the optimal place of clearing, he could have a chance. But then again, it's really looking like a solid lineup, especially with the Lux and Vi going supporting in. And there's not much of minions except for maybe the uh, Rekindler could revive some of the other minions. Dreadway could help, but yeah, Commander Lidros at the same time if Zero Aces can pull off the combos.
Honestly, I actually do like Zero Ace's chances more than Gambit here in this particular matchup. I think sometimes it gets hard to deal with a Thresh, a leveled up Thresh into a Gangplank, and the removal is going to be key here in keeping the pressure from Gambit at bay. And I'm a big fan of the box here on Zero Ace's side. He has double vengeance and a nice ruination turn on Zero Aces could spell the end of the match for Gambit. Although I will say though that he has progress state to start refilling his hand, which is a nice addition to this deck. So if he ever runs out of gas and he top decks a progress day, he's right back into the match. But
Yeah.
I mean, there is a big concern here with the amount of removal that Zero Aces is packing, and there is also the threat of getting OTK'd by the Dreadway and the Commander Ledros, which we haven't seen yet,
Yeah.
and I would be super hyped to see it in this finals matchup.
Very true. I mean, but yeah, if he survives long enough to pull off those combos, I mean. But yeah, super excited to see that, and I think the players are just getting ready. We're going sooner or later we're gonna jump into the game. But yeah, taking that into consideration, if you were putting it by chances, like maybe in your books it could be like a 60-40, 60 to zero aces and then 40 to Gambit Gmo.
Yeah, and I think
And
their skill is a bit on parity here, right? I think Gambit Gmo, his difference from the first time we saw him today is
yeah.
is like miles apart. That last game was super clean, and if he keeps that up, it might just be one of those factors that can edge him out against his teammate Zero Aces here. But I'm not gonna play too much on favorites. I just think that the Shadow Isles control deck has always been a bit more favored against Demacia decks, and we're gonna see the difference here as soon as we get to game one of this series.
I mean, going into that, I think it's just a matter of how Gambit Gmo, as I see it, how he manages to pilot the deck that he's gonna be using versus it's gonna be a versus it's gonna be a battle of wits per se, because who can outmaneuver who can take advantage of another in this matchup, because yeah, it's going to be like control versus a late game. It's going to be end games versus like ramp on the board. But yeah, taking that into consideration, if you think that Zero Aces does have the advantage because of the clears, yeah, but yeah, Vengeance is really good, Ruination is really good, and that Lidros Dreadway combo is very, very dangerous. But here we are going into the second game. here you have it. Match number 1, Gambit Gbo versus Zero Aces. Is he going to take out Lux? I think he
Yeah,
should.
we have here a Grizzled Ranger on the side of Gambit Gmo. He's gonna probably throw away Lux. Vanguard Sergeant is a good keep here, so he could get a 4 Demacia on this turn. The Thresh now coming into Zero Aces hand from the Mulligan, which is he's super happy to see that in a good Dreadway deck hand to get the barrels going. And really, the thing here is he gets a Monkey Idol, and that's one of the things you want to see when you're playing GP Thresh. You want that Monkey Idol on turn 3 and start generating those monkeys that can level up your Thresh and your Gangplank at the same time.
That's so true. So he's gonna open, reset attack this. Oop. And there we go, 2 damage taken. Gambit Gbo does not respond with a Mystic Shot. But here in this turn, that's actually a good Remembrance turn.
I think it's pretty fair to play Remembrance here. If he wants to go for the Mage Seeker activation right away, he can go for Remembrance. Another option could be he could just go for the Vanguard Sergeant and keep Mystic Shot just in case something happens to take out the Powder Keg from Zero Aces.
But yeah, I'm still a fan of the Remembrance. It's still a big follower on board, and curious to see what he gets. Oh, also a tough minion at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's a premium draw here from the Remembrance. He gets a tough minion, and it makes it much more awkward for Zero Aces to deal with it because it's gonna be hard to deal with direct damage going into the cavalry here. He needs to at least have a vengeance or something that's can directly deal with this. But if it's going for damage here on the cavalry, it's gonna be tough. He's gonna need to spend 1 or 2 spells to get it off the board, and he goes for a Make It Rain here. I think just playing to GP's removal. GP's level up condition, just doing damage on this turn and getting the proc on the GP.
Yeah, very much so. So he could go for the scouts. Okay, it's actually Zero Aces turn. So what is he gonna do with this right now? Okay, Idol. And yeah, the Grizzled Ranger, I guess. It wouldn't be too bad to put the Grizzled Ranger. He could put up the for the Demas, but Grizzled Ranger. He doesn't. Maybe saving for Progress Day. Or is he thinking of taking out the Monkey Idol?
Yeah, he might be considering here taking out the Monkey Idol with the Thermogenic Beam. There's a couple of other plays that he can do. He can go for the Grizzled Ranger or the Vanguard Sergeant. I think a Vanguard Sergeant would be fair here. You don't want to get your Grizzled Ranger picked up by the... because if you go for the Grizzled Ranger development, it's just going to get picked up by the Monkey that is coming from the Monkey Idol. So he goes here for the Vanguard Sergeant. And the thing here is that Monkey Idol makes your attacking turn super awkward because it generates a 2-1 Monkey that you don't really want to trade with. And it's going to proc GP, it's going to proc Thresh. And if Gambit here goes for the pass, Zero Aces might risk a Thresh. Yep. He goes here for a Grizzled Ranger, and I think Zero Aces here is happy going for a Thresh here.
Yeah. So he could potentially attack with the Grizzled Ranger. But is he gonna risk it though?
Yeah, but it's gonna feel bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel bad if he attacks with the Grizzled Ranger, just because it trades with the Monkey. He gets a 3-4 out of it, but then it's not really amazing for him. Just a 3-4, and you can go and it gets a stack also on the Thresh. So you don't really want Thresh leveling up too early and pulling a leveled up Gangplank from his deck, because that's gonna make it much more easier for him to close you out.
That's true. It looks like he's gonna save this. Next turn, I think a Concerted Strike would be nice, to be honest. But Wild Beast maybe on the On the 3-1, the Grizzled Ranger.
Yeah, and we see here the power of Monkey Idol against Demacia here, because that just didn't allow Gambit to do any attacks of his own. He needs to pass there and try to get rid of this Thresh, and I think he's going to try to get rid of it with either Thermogenic Beam or Concerted Strike. And in my opinion, it would be optimal to just go with Thermogenic Beam here on the Thresh. Just get it out of the way. You're gonna the problem with that play is you're gonna activate Rekindler on the next turn, but you need to keep this Thresh off the board unleveled, or else it's gonna snowball you with a Gangplank from the deck.
Okay, so Lux. Oh, you're gonna risk Lux, knowing that it could be cleared by a Vengeance or. Oh, is he actually gonna do it? Okay. It's not.
Yeah, he's thinking about this Lux. I hope he respects the Vengeance in Zero Aces deck. If he goes for this Lux, it's just gonna get cleared out by the Vengeance that Zero Aces already has in hand.
Oh no! He put it.
Ooh.
I think
put
the
it down
remembrance
and-
would have been better.
And it feels like a Vengeance turn here for Zero Aces.
Yeah, it's gonna level up Thresh at the same time. To be honest, I mean
Is
closer to leveling up.
All right.
He has to. He has to. Oh, he's not gonna Vengeance. Oh, what's he picking?
I mean, if he doesn't Vengeance here, he Gambit can level up Lux on the next turn. He can go for a Progress Day, immediately level up his Lux, get a.
Wait, why did he? Why would you buy if he's? Wait, what?
Wait, how much mana does he have? He has 7 mana.
He has 7.
He goes for a
exactly 7.
Okay.
Okay.
He goes for a Vile Feast. And does he go for the Vengeance after this? Or does he go for the box? Maybe he goes for the box here.
He goes for the box. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he goes for the box here. And then he's gonna do Grasp of the Undying on the next turn to clean it up.
What? Wait, but why? You could have Vengeance Deluxe.
Yep. And Gambit is pretty happy if that's Zero Ace's line of play. He uses 3 cards to get rid of just 1 card from Gambit.
Okay, I think he's thinking about doing Vengeance now. He has the Vengeance.
Okay, he goes for the box here. Puts Lux down to 2 HP, and he can bank the 3 mana and go for the Grasp of the Undying after. But I think Gambit here is going to go for the 4 Demacia play, and it's gonna get picked up. And Lux is gonna get picked off here by the Grasp of the Undying.
But I'm curious to see why Zero decided to just box and could have gone for Vengeance.
Yeah, I'm really curious as well why he didn't go for Vengeance in that position. Now he uses 3 cards just for 1 card, and that's not where you want to be against a Demacia deck, because you want to be efficient with your removal. And now you're spending here a Grasp of the Undying on the Lux. But on the other hand, though, if he used Vengeance on the last turn, he could even use Vile Feast on the Grizzled Rain and Grasp of the Undying on the Vanguard Sergeant this turn, which would have cleared so much more creatures than this line of play.
Yeah, that's true. I'm mind boggled, to be honest. Okay. So the monkey is. I think that's enough for Thresh to level up.
I think 1 or 2 more is gonna do it, and it's gonna make this attack super awkward because you do not want Thresh to level up for Zero Ace's side and get the Gangplank out. So we're gonna see probably a full block here from Zero Aces, or just enough blocks to get Thresh leveled up. And he has the Rekindler in hand, and he doesn't
use them.
And if he goes for a kill on the Thresh, Zero Aces can just go for the Rekindler and get his Thresh back.
Okay, so Idling goes down. Thresh is gonna be leveled up. And that's a 4/7 Thresh. There we go. And it's gonna be a Badger. But units will go back to their previous health. 3-3. I think the cavalry, is he going to go back to 5-2? Or sorry, 5-3?
He's going back to
Or is he gonna
5-5,
go back to
and
5-5? And it's
and
full
the Vanguard
health.
Sergeant is going back to 3-3. So I think next turn, what's gonna happen is zero aces.
Wow,
It's
that's
gonna
annoying.
pull either the Badger Bear or the Cavalry, depending on if he wants to protect his Gangplank. So he goes for the Badger Bear here. He's gonna get Gangplank out of this Thresh Huck, and I'm not sure if Gangplank is leveled up. I haven't checked yet.
He's not. He is
Okay,
going to be.
Gangplank
He
is
pulled
leveled
out
up.
his-
Nice. So we get a leveled up Gangplank here on the side of Zero Aces. It's gonna proc with his attack trigger and putting down a barrel. So there's gonna be 2 damage on the board here for Zero Aces. And the level up Gangplank is super nice. He gets a Mystic Shot onto the Gangplank, and the Gangplank gets to clear out this Vanguard Cavalry in the process. So that was what I was saying. If he wanted to protect his Gangplank from the Vanguard Cavalry, or if he just wanted to clear out one of Gambit's units. So he's opting for the latter of cleaning out the Badger Bear and going for a Mystic Shot on the Gangplank.
That's true. It's gonna deal like what, 1 or 2 damage to everybody. That's gonna be a vengeance. Wow. Concerted strike.
Yeah, but
I think you should do it.
yeah, he has concerted strike here. He's gonna pick up pick up the Gangplank with the Badger Bear and the Vanguard Cavalry. This Gangplank is gonna be off of the board. We have Rekindler though to get him back a Gangplank, but this is quite painful here for
Yeah, it's quite
Zero
painful.
Aces.
It's true. You think you should click OK there, buddy. There's not much left you can do. There we go. Vengeance is now done. Okay. He technically saved Vengeance at least. But yeah, so 3 damage goes on to Thresh. I think a Remembrance would be nice. Or the Thermogenic, yeah, actually. But it's gonna get revived by
Yeah.
Rekindler, right? The strongest
Nah,
units, if I'm not mistaken.
Rekindler revives your strongest unit, so at this point of the game, it's Gangplank because his 6/6 and Thresh is 4/7, so it bases on the power of the champion. So it's gonna be Gangplank coming in from Rekindler. He goes for a Remembrance play here, which is good because it's still discounted from all of his units being taken off the
another-
board. And then we get another Vanguard Cavalry, and then next turn he can go for a Vi. There's a bit of stream lag here. We get the Vi, and we're attacking with the Vanguard Cavalry and the Vanguard Sergeant here.
So he's gonna block with the. And there we go. Okay. Vanguard Sergeant. Is he gonna be able to attack with it? I don't think he is.
So I think he goes for the block on the Thresh and went for the Make It Rain.
Gangplank's gonna get revived.
Yeah, Rekindler here on the Gangplank, reviving the Gangplank here. He still has Vengeance and Withering Wail available.
Oh wow! Look at that 9 damage. Oh, he's not. He's choosing not to. He has 9 mana though. Oh wow! He's just gonna go with the Radiant Guardian. I think if this was another scenario, I think Thermogenic Beam would be better. I mean, yeah, just spend all that mana, but it is what it is. You don't want that Gangplank to go out of. Oh. Here we go. Easy. So, Rated Guardian.
Okay, so
Yeah, okay.
Rekindler now getting the Gangplank back, but just as soon as Gangplank is here, we get the thermogenic beam on it, and it's gone again. We still have a Vengeance and Withering Wail on the side of
Yeah.
Zero Aces, so it's not looking too grim for him. We have a Dreadway top deck, and that's gonna get him another Gangplank out of the deck.
The ocean herself will fear us.
Yeah, but if Thresh attacks yet again, he's gonna summon another Gangplank. If I'm not mistaken. Potentially he could, right?
Well, he could go for a. Well, there's a couple of plays that Gambit here can do. He goes Grizzled Ranger, and then bait something out. He goes for the Thresh here, trying to clean up the Vanguard Cavalry. And a block on the Dreadway, but there's going to be 8 damage here coming from the Rekindler because of the Dreadway mechanic. Dreadway here, since it's the first time we've seen it on stream, if you don't know what it does, it doubles the damage of everything that you own. So that includes spells, that includes creatures. So if you're going for 4 damage on the Rekindler, you basically double that, so you get 8 damage onto Gambit Gmo's Nexus.
All right. So, if I was summon the Vi, nothing much could endanger Gambit Gmo as of this moment. To be honest, I wouldn't be mad if he went straight attack with the Guardian, just so he. Yeah, there we go. Just so he can get some HP down.
Strike for justice.
Oh no, that's no, I wouldn't do that.
Well,
okay.
yeah, if he wants HP here, he can't drag the powder keg, because if he drags the powder keg, Zero Aces is just gonna pop it, and he's not gonna gain any life from that.
Yeah. Oh wow, Vi. Yeah, potentially if he puts down Vi, he could get Vengeance. The Vi. Okay, there's a danger. I'm not mad about that. But Withering Wail could be used. What's that card right there? It's a Thresh. It's an upgraded Thresh, but it's not gonna be much of help.
Time to earn your pay.
Oh no!
I'm
Gonna use the
doing
Vi.
this my way.
There we go. So, I think a Vengeance.
Yeah, the Vengeance here is gonna go definitely on the Vi, but I think you just go for the attack here, and before you Vengeance, or well, you could go for the Vengeance right away, so Vi doesn't challenge anything. Because I think Vi is gonna go for the Gangplank.
Oh
but
wow!
he decides to go for the Withering Wail here, and that's fine as well, because there's already 2 powder kegs.
Yeah,
I
there's
just noticed
2
that
powder kegs.
it's gonna be 6 damage from the Withering Wail with the Dreadway on
Yikes.
play, so it's gonna clear out all of Gambit's units here.
Yeah, that's GG actually. Because it's just open season next turn. He should have just attacked with the Grizzly and the Guardian, to be honest.
Yeah, he might have
The
just gone
Grizzly
there for the
Bear.
attack, but I don't think it changes much. He goes in for the attack right there, and Zero Aces is still gonna develop the Gangplank after, and he can go for the Withering Wail play. I mean, the Withering Wail though just wrecked his board because he didn't go for the open attack on the powder keg, so that might have been a great consideration for him. But we have here the Gangplank and the Dreadway combo already on the board, so it's really tough. And Gambit just gonna give this game 1 away to Zero Aces, and Zero Aces takes the first game of the grand finals against Gambit Gmo, winning with his Gangplank Thresh versus Gambit Gmo's Lux Vi.
Man, what a match! Like Gambit Gmo. Okay, like the last round right there. I think it was a bit of a blunder. Yes, I think if he did activate the powdered keg, it could have still taken down the, what do you call this, the crystal bear, because it's gonna double the power. But then again, I think the guardian would have survived at the same time. It would have garnered
Yeah,
like what, 5 more HP,
I think
I think.
there was a quite of a misplay there from Gambit Gmo. He didn't
Yeah,
take care of the powder keg right away. But in my opinion, I think it would have just delayed the inevitable because there was no way
uh,
for him to deal. Well, there would have been a way for him to deal with the Dreadway because he got concerted strike. He had, but once he started developing all those units, it gave Zero Aces a chance to go in with an amazing Withering Whale play, and that just that was just wrecked the board for Gambit Gmo, and it was super painful to see all of his units go down to a 5 mana spell with the Dreadway and the kegs on board, and from that it was just Zero Aces all the way. He actually finished the game with
yeah,
20 HP left still.
yeah. I mean, that's it for that was game one, man. I'm very excited to see what is game two for Zero Aces. I think Zero Aces is left with okay, in this list. I think he's just left with Swain Trundle, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But yeah, if I was Gambit right now, I could stick with the Vilux. I mean, the Vilux combo. But then again, what are your thoughts? What do you think he should pick?
Uh, I think he should stick with Luxby and
Yeah,
try to close out the next game with it, and hopefully it gets him to a game three. But I mean, from the last game, I think the real turning point there was not being able to handle the Dreadway, and double
yeah,
damage on everything is just super crucial in that matchup. And what happened there was without any ways to deal with the Dreadway threat,
yeah.
it
Oh,
was just a losing game. But Gambit here choosing to go for the War Mother against the Trundle Swain of Zero Aces. So uh, I was talking about this deck yesterday, right? Trundle Swain,
yeah.
and it's not as popular on ladder, but in tournament it's doing super well, and I'm pleased to see here that Zero Aces is taking belief in this deck right here, because I think it's also one of the best tournament decks out there with region lock involved. Gambit here going
Yeah.
for the War Mother Skull, and he can win out on the Trundle Swain if he gets an early enough War Mother. It's gonna be tough for Zero Aces to deal with that, but he can turn it around with a Leviathan and Swain lock
Yeah.
on his side. If Gambit doesn't have the vengeance for one of the prison pieces in Swain or the Leviathan, he's not going to be able to push in damage with his huge creatures coming in from War Mother Skull. So in the mulligan, I want Gambit to start looking for his ramp, his Weirding Stones, his Catalyst of the Aeons, and I want probably Zero Aces to get some Culling Strikes so he can contest the ramp of Gambit here, because the Weirding Stones are pretty soft to a Culling Strike.
Yeah. So, seeing this list right now, uh, bi- I think I'm a big fan of the Trundle Sway. To be honest, I want to see I want to see this deck list go through, because as you said, this has had a high rate win percentage, and I think it will do good against the Gambit Gmo's list. But considering that War Mothers but this has Ruination. It could potentially clear the board. It could potentially not. But we'll see how the game lasts, or how long it goes for these players to get their end game combos. Because last game we saw the end game combo with Zero Aces coming through, and So we see the votes is actually 60% to Zero Aces and 40% to Gambit Gmo. And I think we're gonna go into the game.
Yeah, we have here Gambit Gmo on War Mother. He has the Weirding Stones. He has the War Mother's Call in the opening hand, which is crucial in this matchup. He has double Soul Gorger and a Avarosan Hearthguard. So there's going to be a nice pair here for Gambit Gmo, dropping the Weirding Stones on 3 and going for the Avarosan Hearthguard on the 4th turn. On the side of Zero Aces, we have an Avarosan Sentry on the turn 2. We have Troll Ravager. We have Captain Farron. Well, double Troll Ravager, and we already have Captain Farron, a Troll Chant, and an Avalanche. So that's really nice as well for him. So here we're going to see a Weirding Stones drop from Gambit Gmo, and on the next turn, we're for sure going to see Avarosan Hearthguard.
Most definitely. So I think Gambit Gmo's objective right now is just to ramp up, deal with this early on. The thing is, okay, so it's the next turn. Is he going to be a Troll Ravager? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he's going for the Troll Ravager here, and Gambit is going to take his turn developing the Avarosan Hearthguard. And I think he might be going for an attack still here with Troll Chant in the mix to clean up this Avarosan Hearthguard here.
Yeah.
Or
So,
wait,
yeah.
sorry, let me expand my view. Okay, so there's also 3 mana here from Gambit, so it might not be super good for Zero Aces to go in for the attack, as he might get reverse Troll Chanted as well.
That's true. So, man, for Gambit Gmo's turn, I think Soul Gorger would be nice. Because I want to save those Vengeance for something else, to be honest.
Yep, I think the Vengeance is specifically going to go onto the Leviathan once it comes down, because you don't want to get locked up by the Swain and Leviathan combo. And another Troll Ravager here coming down from Zero Aces. Gambit Gmo here, considering the attack of the Hearthguard and the Soul Gorger, I think Zero Aces here is going to be happy blocking and then going for a Troll Chant play and then going for an Avalanche next turn. But I think Gambit here is going to answer with his own Troll Chant to make his minions survive the Avalanche play next turn. But he doesn't go for it.
Oh wow, he
and
doesn't.
The Avarosan Hearthguard is now down to 2 HP, which can be cleaned up by the Avalanche that much easier. He still has the potential to go for a Troll Chant to save it, but it was more optimal the last turn. But I think the reason why he didn't go for that Troll Chant is so he could have enough mana for the Ruination play, just in case things get too crazy.
That's true, though. I'm actually surprised. Okay, an Arachnoid Sentry. Not too big of a fan of that play. But I mean, okay, a Soul Gorger again.
Yeah, he's definitely going to go for the Soul Gorger here. I think the next play here is... Well, there was actually a Ravenous Flock in Zero Aces hand, so there was maybe a reason to go for the Weirding Stones there and clean it up with Ravenous Flock. Here, we're going to see a attack considered by Zero Aces, or a Ravenous Flock onto the Avarosan Hearthguard. So we're going to get that, and that's not going to be enough. Troll Chant is not going to save this Avarosan Hearthguard.
Yeah, it's not going to save it. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, I think Gambit Gmo is banking on the next turn for War Mothers to activate. So I think this is a hard pass.
Yeah, it's not active just yet. It's 12 mana, so the earliest that you can put it down is at 9 mana with 3 Spellbank mana. And the goal here now is to just survive until you get to that turn.
Yeah. What is next turn? Is it going to be 8 mana actually?
Yep, 8 mana, so there's going to be a total of 11 mana. So
Avalanche
an
going down.
avalanche here, which is pretty nice for Zero Aces. I think this is fair because it puts down Gambit's creatures down to 2 HP, and the regeneration from the trolls is gonna play a big factor here. It's not gonna matter much that they have 2 damage put onto them, because at the end of the turn they're just gonna go back to 5 HP.
Yeah, so that's 11 mana right now. Not too big of a fan at this moment, but he could summon Tryndamere.
Yeah,
And
and
just-
here we see a Culling Strike, and I think he should Culling Strike this Weirding Stones just to prevent the War Mother from coming down next turn, and that's gonna be super important for tempo here for Zero Aces.
That's true. I think he's banking on the. Yeah, he's banking on the Tryndamere. Okay, Tryndamere does go down. It could potentially deal like 4 damage, but what is the next play of Zero Aces though? What
Yeah,
will this
I
be?
really should go for the Culling Strike here. Just the War Mother is going to be tough to deal with if he just lets it go through this turn. He goes for a Trundle instead, so that opens up the possibility of just casting the War Mother next turn. And if he gets some really nice rolls, it's gonna prove a problem here for Zero Aces.
Yeah, that's true. Like, okay, 4 damage is taken, not so much damage. So next turn it's gonna be a War Mother's Call, definitely. Oh, look, there's
Another War Mother's Call. So this turn, definitely he's going for a War Mother's Call. He has no other choice here.
Yeah. I mean, War Mother's Call, which is fine. Because that's exactly 12 mana. And summon the boys
So
and girls.
Yeah, what we don't want to see here is another Weirding Stones from Gambit's deck. We want to see something. We want to see like a Crimson Heart card at least, but not a Weirding Stones. So we get another Tryndamere, and that's gonna be important in defending this next attack by Zero Aces.
Yeah, like, what is Zero Aces out here? Hey, Leviathan and the Swain. Oh wow, he's Gambit Gmo is actually gunning for the Ruination.
Yeah, I don't think he has 2 Ruination here. The next thing he's gonna do on the next turn is probably just open attack with the Tryndamere, and with 2 Tryndameres in fact.
Yeah. So he's
gonna put some pressure on Gambit here with 2 Overwhelm creatures. He has the what do you call this? The Trundle and the Leviathan here. So I think Gambit here can block, and I think this is a weird. It's pretty weird here to drag the Tryndamere with the Troll Ravager, because now the other Tryndamere can just go and block this Leviathan, and what happens is it's gonna level up. It's gonna put the other Tryndamere to a better stat line, and it's gonna pick off the Troll Ravager. This is not the block you want here. This is the more optimal block. You want to take out the Leviathan as soon as possible.
Yeah, because if that if that Swain combo goes down, a Swain Leviathan combo goes down, it's gonna spell trouble for Gambit Gmo. Then again, he does have. Oh yeah, that levels up with the process as well.
Yeah,
what is he gonna get next turn?
That's tough. That's tough. So here, there is a chance for lethal, and a triple Tryndamere off the War Mother's Call. He can go for the open attack
That's
here.
GG.
And the emotes coming down from both sides of the team. He can go for the... No. Just drag it with the Weirding Stones, man. Come on. Don't style
That's
it.
true.
Don't style
Like,
it here.
Just attack with the. Oh my. Okay.
Okay, sure. That's fine. That's cool. So we have triple Tryndamere here. That's threatening 30 damage. He doesn't even have to do anything. Zero Aces here has nothing to close out this match or prevent this
Yeah,
attack
no, there's
going
nothing
into
to
his
prevent
next.
this.
Oh man, it doesn't matter. Nothing you block here. Nothing that in Zero Ace's hand can do enough to save him from this triple Tryndamere attack. And
Gotta
with
save
that,
this moment, boys.
yeah, dude, we got triple Tryndamere here in Game 2 of the Grand Finals, and Gambit Gmo takes it over Zero Aces in the second game, and we're going to the distance in the third game with Gambit Gmo versus Zero Aces, and it's looking
My
to be a
goodness.
great Grand Final series. Woo!
Very intense. This is well played by Gambit Gmo right there, just tying things up against Zero Aces. But it's going to be the Swain Trundle versus the Vilux. Oh, what are you thinking about the odds right here? Zero. What do you think?
Well, before we get into that, I think there was a crucial play in the last game wherein
Okay.
Zero Aces didn't calling strike the Weirding Stones to prevent the War Mother's Call from firing off on the next turn. So that was really the biggest part of that matchup. I think he would have closed it out because War Mother's Call would have been too late. It would have been one turn late, and he had much more time to close it out with the Leviathan and the Swain on board already before the War Mother is active. But just because he went for the Trundle play instead of the Culling Strike play on turn 7, it actually lost him the match right then and there. And I mean, it was super surprising seeing triple Tryndamere. That was a high roll if I've ever seen one from War Mother. Yeah, I mean,
Oh my goodness.
there could have been a lot of other choices. There could have been Avarosan Hearthguard. There could have been Weirding Stone still, but triple Tryndamere was insane. I couldn't imagine it being triple Tryndamere from the War Mother's Call. But then again, here we're going to Trundle Swain versus Lux Vi.
Yeah, Luxvi. So, what do you think about the odds here?
I think Zero Aces is favored in this matchup. Don't you think so? I think Zero Aces is gonna take it.
I think Zero Aces does have the upper hand here. As long as he, pulls off the vital combos of this deck, I think, Gambit Gmo is gonna have a rough time with his list, to be honest, because there may be a lot of minions to go on, but I think the mechanics of the Swain Trundle deck, the Noxus Freljord, this is gonna be really good, and I think it's just Gambit's job to outmaneuver this. But yeah, here we see the list. Gambit Gmo versus Zero Aces. So yeah. There's not a lot to say because Gotcha is basically cancelled out by the Troll Chan. Even Concerted Strike's the only strong card here that can be used against the minions of Zero Aces, to be honest. Single combat possibly, but if you have a really, really good minion at the same time. Just seeing the list here, the Ogre of the Old Ones is only one, but when it comes to the late game, I really think Zero Aces has the upper hand. So I would put this at a percentage of 70-30. But then again,
it's looking
maybe
like that. Unfortunately, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Trundle Swain here is the clear favorite going into this matchup. But there's a lot of matches in Runeterra that it could go either way. We have a lot of lopsided matchups that didn't go as planned. We saw that a while ago with Miggy Hustler versus the Lex Eterna of the Ezreal Karma. Lulu Zed was favorable by a lot, but Lex Eterna found a way to win out the matchup, and that's why I'm not going to count Gambit Gmo out here in this series. But as it stands, right? Yeah, as favorable percentages go, it's definitely going to zero aces with a much higher chance of winning the matchup in this series.
Yeah. It could be like 70-30, maybe even 65-35. I mean, increasing the chances a little bit for Gambit Gmo. But yeah, I think we're just gonna see how Gambit Gmo outmaneuvers zero aces in the process.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a story of when Concerted Strike is gonna play a huge factor, because Concerted Strike is probably the only removal here against the Captain Farron and the Leviathan. Even the Swain,
Yeah.
I think, is gonna be tough to remove. We have Thermogenic Beam, but that's a lot of mana to commit
Yeah, it's
to
a lot of mana.
to take out the creatures here on Zero Ace's side. And I'm really excited for Game 3. We're gonna find out who is going to take home the grand prize of 25,000 pesos, and of course the second guy is going to take still a hefty prize of 15,000. And now we see the polls again. Zero aces here, winning it out 60%, Gambit Gmo 40%, and we're going to the final game of Targon Showdown for the grand finals. We have Gambit Gmo piloting Lux Vi, when we have a nice opening hand from him, Remembrance into double Mage Seeker Persuader. We have on the other side of the grand finals, we have zero aces on Trundle Swain, who gets an Everosen Sentry in hand, a Death's Hand, an Avalanche, and a Captain Farron. So a good opening hand from him here, with a Culling Strike to back up the early board coming in from here, and he gets a Behold trigger out of the Captain Farron and the Troll Ravager.
Oh man, that is so cool. I'm just really excited to see the late game. The late game is where it's at. Okay, so Remembrance going down for Gambit Gmo. I bet you he gets the Cavalry. Oh, come on.
No predictions here,
Guardian.
Panda. He gets the
No
Radiant Guardian, and that's the lowest roll at this moment. It's only a high roll if you get it on once one of your creatures are taken out. So zero aces here going for the Death's Hand on the Radiant Guardian. We have a nice turn later on with double Mage Seeker Persuader.
Yeah.
And he's going for the attack here onto the Everosen Sentry, and
Light the signal fires.
And that's a draw, to be honest. What does he get, though? There's a Calling Strike there. Oh, I think he got a Trundle.
wow, that's a nice draw out of the Everosen Sentry.
a nice
He
draw,
gets
to
a
be honest.
Trundle right there. We got a top deck single combat here for Gambit, and the threat here really is Zero Aces has an Avalanche in hand. I mean, he's not gonna clear any of these creatures out, because the Mage Seeker Persuaders are now 4-3 with a buff from the Remembrance, and we have Troll Ravager now coming down from Zero Ace's side, and we might see a Mage Seeker Persuader here on the side of Gambit.
Yeah, could potentially be another, to be honest. Single combat on the 5-1 to the 3-5? Oh, he's gonna go for another Mage Seeker? I wouldn't be mad about the single combat, right? Because you don't want it to get cleared by anything else. I would take this opportunity to do it. Or not.
Yeah, I think that would have been a prime opportunity here to take out the Troll Ravager with your Radiant Guardian. But he decides against that, and it's gonna be awkward now since there's much more mana on the side of Zero Aces, and he could get tricked here by a Troll Chant, I think, and he could go for a clean attack with the Radiant Guardian and try to pick out what Zero Aces has in hand. But I think the optimal play there really was to go for the single combat last turn on the Troll Ravager, so you could just cleanly take care of it, while Zero Aces didn't have the mana to do anything. And now you just lose your Mage Seeker Persuader in this process, wherein you could have had the Radiant Guardian out. But I guess that's rewarded a little bit with having a buffed Radiant Guardian in hand for this play.
Or a thermogenic beam on Rundle.
On the Trundle, yeah,
Yeah.
it became awkward. He was going for the Radiant Guardian, so he sacrificed his Mage Seeker Persuader. He was going for a line of play that he could put down Radiant Guardian and take out the Troll Ravager with the Thermogenic Beam, but it didn't work out for him since Zero Aces here put down the Trundle, and that's a big threat to Gambit Gmo's game plan.
Yeah. So right now, turn 6, looking to be probably another Trundle. I wouldn't be mad about it. You'd potentially do that, and then maybe for Gambit Gmo's turn, I think a Vi would be nice. Or it would.
Yeah, the thing is with Vi, it's still low on power. He just drew it. It's 2-4 right now, and it's just gonna get picked up by the Culling Strike. So if Gambit is respecting the Culling Strike on the side of Zero Aces, he's not gonna drop the Vi on this turn.
Yeah. Seeing as how things are going for this player, I don't know though.
Yeah, Zero Aces here taking his time, maybe thinking about if he wants to drop Trundle. He goes for Death's Hand here on the Radiant Guardian, and he doesn't use a single combat there because he wants to develop the Radiant Guardian in hand to be buffed by the death trigger of the previous creature. And now Zero Aces goes for Arachnoid Sentry play, stunning the Radiant Guardian, going in for 6 damage here, and that's just much closer to victory here for Zero Aces.
Yeah, because I think when it hits turn 8, he really wants that Captain Farron to go provide 3 decimates, and basically that's a clean kill. But oh man, if I was Gambit Gmo here, I would just go straight attack. Oh no, he's going for the Grizzled Ranger. The Ice Veil Archer is just ripe for the taking.
Yeah, Ice Veil Archer is going to be a huge punish if he doesn't go for the open attack, but he goes for the open attack here, and we see the Radiant Guardian in the red zone against the Arachnoid Sentry. Having gained some 5 life here, much needed on the side of Gambit. He still has the single combat available, he has the Vi available on this turn, and he might go for possibly a Vi development into... If Zero Aces does something funny, he can go for a single combat. Or, I mean, it's pretty awkward, right? With Ice Veil Archer in the mix, he can go for an Ice Veil Archer on something, and then use Culling Strike on it. That combo is pretty potent.
Yeah,
honestly, it's been potent since the Braum and Swain days, and we see it here again in the Trundle Swain lineups, where you can have Ice Veil Archer and pick something huge up with a Culling Strike.
Yeah, looks like Braum replaced by Trundle. Trolls are better than Muscle.
Trolls are better than Foros, I guess, and I think that's how it is, man. So we're definitely gonna see a Culling Strike here on the side of Zero Aces, since he put down the Ice Veil Archer on and Frostbite on the Radiant Guardian. So I don't think he has any other line of play here.
Yeah, that's a
otherwise it would have been wasted, right? It would have been wasted if he doesn't go for the Culling Strike here.
Oh, he put it back. What do you mean? Use it.
No, use it.
Trundle. Just use it.
If you don't use it, yeah. Because if he doesn't use the Culling Strike, right, he should have just developed the Trundle.
So the Grizzled Ranger, Vi is now at 5-4. Okay. For this turn, Captain Farron would be nice. Oh no, sorry. Ice Veil first, then Captain Farron.
Yeah, it's late in the game, and Gambit hasn't got anything going for him. It's looking like Zero Aces is gonna take this series here. He has the Captain Farron, he has the Trundle, he has the Ice Pillar, he has the Leviathan. He has everything to win, basically.
Yeah, true. Okay, so Arachnoid Sentry is gonna stun him. Oh, curious.
Mages can't hide from me.
So, what is the next game plan for Zero Aces right now?
I'm not sure. He
Could use
probably
the Trundle.
drops Trundle here. Yeah, he
Yeah.
drops Trundle here. He goes for the Arachnoid Sentry play, which I think is pretty curious on his side. He could have gone for the Trundle first, and then go for the Arachnoid Sentry if that was the line of
Yeah.
play. But if he drops the Trundle now, I think it can get cleaned up by a concerted strike on the side of Gambit.
Smash! Smash!
Okay, so the Troll Ravager potentially could deal more damage. I really don't think Gambit Gmo should take more
The
damage.
trolls are going to war! Go to war!
Right now, I think
Yeah, Tro-
another Mage Seeker would be fine. And then use a concerted
Yeah.
strike on Trundle.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
any lines
Oh,
of
don't do
play.
it. Oh,
He
no.
goes for the Vi, and he goes
Vi.
try to trade with the Trundle. I think you should clean up the Trundle right here while you don't have
Yeah.
while Zero Aces doesn't have much mana. I think he has missed a lot of these plays wherein Zero Aces has.
Oh, he realized it.
Okay, now
There we
now this is the correct play. You go for the concerted strike here. He missed a lot of these plays wherein Zero Aces was low on mana
No.
and didn't take
Oh,
advantage
go
of it.
for the Vi.
So he goes for the Vi
Go for the single
instead.
combat. I think he's gonna go for
And
the single
I think he's gonna
combat.
go for the
Yeah.
single combat, yeah, on the Trundle, which is a little
Mm.
bit riskier, right? I think.
It's riskier, yeah.
Well, he gets to clean up his Trundle still,
Yeah, true.
but I mean, he's probably reserving the concerted strike for the bigger drops. So I can respect this play of just dropping Vi, but he can't give up more room here because if he doesn't do the single combat now on the Trundle, he's not gonna be able to do it next turn. Because if he does it next turn before the Ice Pillar goes down, and
Wow, he used
here
it
we
on
go.
the troll instead. The Ravager.
Here we go.
It's gonna take 3 damage
Okay.
as well.
So now I'm confused. If he wanted
I'm
to,
really confused.
if he wasn't going to kill the Trundle this turn,
Let's get to the fun
then
part.
this is a pretty curious play, I would say. I thought he was just risking it with the Vi going for the single combat on the Trundle while it is still at 4 power, so he can keep his Vi and still and get the Trundle off the board. But he goes for a single combat here on the Troll Ravager, which is a bit questionable to me, to be honest.
Yeah, so since he doesn't have life steal, the life steal mechanic, I think this is just a for Demacia turn. Yeah, for Demacia. Oh,
Yeah, I think he should go for the 40 Demacia here. He goes for the Persuader, and it's gonna get punished here by the Ice Quake from Zero Ace's hands.
oh my goodness, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's
my
crazy.
gosh.
That's crazy. He threw away the game there. He threw it away so hard.
For Demacia would have been better.
He threw away the game
And
there.
then, but aside from that, the single combat could have been used for Trumbull at the same time. And then even before that, there was a moment that Concerted Strike could have been used on Trundle. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so there was a lot of layers to that play. Just because Gambit Gmo didn't decide to deal with the Trundle last turn, it allowed Zero Aces to get another Trundle off the top deck, allowing him to turn it into an Ice Quake. And if Gambit just had if Gambit just did the single combat last turn, he wouldn't have to deal with his Ice Quake, and he might have already won on this turn. But I think this is okay. He gets a concerted strike onto this Trundle. It's gonna level up his Vi. It's gonna keep his Vi alive. And he can go
No, it's still gonna die.
No, it's not gonna die. It's fine.
No, it's still gonna die. You know why? Because there's an avalanche.
Yeah. It goes down to 1 HP. And at least he gets a 12 damage onto the Nexus. 7 damage onto the Nexus
7 damage.
with Vi. But here comes an avalanche, and it's gonna clean up Gambit's board here, just because of the crucial misplay last turn, not taking care of the Trundle.
Okay. That's devastating right there.
Yeah, that's
Then
super
he has
devastating
nothing
to see
left.
in the finals. Now,
Okay.
yeah, he has nothing left. He has a remembrance, but Zero Aces has everything on his side. He has double Ice Pillar, he has a Leviathan still, and a Captain Farron, and he's just gonna run away with this game from this point on.
Another. Oh yeah, I remembered. He has two. Okay.
Oh man,
That's
it
just a
was
big
painful
wall.
to see. It was painful to see that he didn't go. He didn't go for the Trundle play on the ladder. Now we get Captain Farron on the board, and it's looking like GG. He has triple decimate in hand, and Zero Aces is poised to take home the $25,000. The 25,000 peso grand prize from the Targon Showdown with an Iceville Archer on the back of Captain Farron. He's going for an attack here, and it's gonna deal at
It's gonna deal
least
3
6
damage. Oh yeah, 6
To the
damage.
neck.
Sorry, my mistake. It's gonna deal like 6 damage. And then next turn, Gambit Gmo's just dead, and then that's a well played right there.
Yeah, it's a well played between
Or-
them. Block this. Yeah, but this is 8 damage going into the board. He has to block the Captain Farron if he wants to have a chance of surviving. But I think he knows that he's in for trouble. And already in this final series, on the third game of the series, it was unfortunate for him to get a little bit greedy with the 4 Demacia play, putting down the Mage Seeker Persuader, and he paid a great price for it because Zero Aces just cast the Ice Quake and just obliterated Gambit Gmo's board.
That's it. Even with the thermogenic demon Captain Farron, he just attacks, you know.
I mean, he can't do anything here. There's triple decimate in Zero Aces hand, and we already know that Zero Aces has taken home the championship slot in Targon Showdown. So here, we're just gonna see another decimate. He's gonna do 4 damage onto the Nexus of Gambit, and this is the winning play for the Targon Showdown. And this is your grand champion.
Champion. Oh my goodness. Those. Okay. Gambit Gmo, you had 3 mistakes. 3 mistakes, my friend. First, the concert is like, second, the single combat, and then third for the Demacia, right there.
Wow, yeah, that was
That's
triple back-to-back misplays
Yeah.
that could have edged you out in the game, but unfortunately that didn't happen. If you just cleaned up the trundle on the turn where you put down Vi, you could have been in such a much better position. You could have just gone for Demacia on that turn and you could have won it out. And that's a 10,000 peso misplay right there. And
dude.
It's painful to see. It's painful to see. But enough about Gambit Gmo misplaying. Let's talk about Zero Aces.
Yeah, good. It's your turn for Zero
Targon
Aces.
Showdown. Oh man, Zero Aces, man. Yesterday he was the kryptonite of Havatite, the only person to beat Havatite in pools, and then we see him here again on the revenge match against Havatite. He wins it out again, and we're on to the grand finals here. It's a Tyrant versus Tyrant team matchup here, and Zero Aces, man, taking home the bread, taking it all the way with his amazing decks, amazing lineup, amazing plays. He deserves it. He deserves all of this.
He deserves it. Like, this man played well throughout all the games we saw. All the games. Like, there was only like 1 or 2 lapses of judgment in Zero Aces book, but through all the games, he has played very well. He has played all. He has gone through all the all the situations that he could have gone through, and he just answered everything very well. It just goes to show that Zero Aces was actually on the top of his game, and the other players could have won, could have beat, but But there you have it. Zero Aces has won it all, and very good
Yeah.
performance by him.
Yeah, so with that, we're closing the Targon Showdown with Zero Aces as your grand champion. Gambit Jimo coming in a close second. The super exciting matches that we have seen today, and I'm very, very pleased to have been a part of it. Thank you so much to Rumble Royale. Thank you so much to Riot for having us here on the casting table for Targon Showdown. And if
Yeah.
you enjoy this cast, you can go follow me on Facebook. You can go follow me on Twitter. ZeroInfinity074. Look it up. I post a lot of Runeterra content and much more casting for here. And we go to Panda.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you so much for that, Zero Infinity. Those of you who have enjoyed this, sa mga nanonood dyan, salamat po sa inyo from the Philippines, and also for those who are joining us from Southeast Asia. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoyed our commentating. Give Zero Infinity a like on his page and his Twitter. And for me, you can go on search in Facebook. It's going to be Panda User, and for Twitter, it's going to be Panda User 0. Maybe on Instagram, the Cooking Panda 0. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. Thank you so much, guys, and I think we will be throwing this to our ever so beautiful mga pogi na hosts, RR Kajo and Joe Starscream. Take it away.
Yep, yep.
Yeah! Nakalaga! Masigabong palakpakan, mga kaibigan.
Well played, well played.
Oh my God. Yung huling match na yun, munti ka na atake sa puso. Ang dami pangyayari dun sa
Tanong-
Game 3 na ewan ko lang kung makatulog both si Gambit Jimo at si Zero Aces.
Si Gambit
Promise.
siguro, baka hindi makatulog yan. Si Zero Aces, mukhang masarap ang tulog niyan.
Grabe. Okay. The difference between 10,000 the difference, gaya na sinabi, I have to quote Zero Infinity for this one, the 10,000 peso misplay. Oh
Display,
my God.
oo. Okay. Sige.
Pero yun nga, without further ado, ayan na, nangyari. Bringing you the champion for the Legends of Runeterra Targon Showdown PH, none other than Zero Aces! Woo! Sir!
Kumusta, tol?
Lang, sir.
Parang pinagpapawisan pa rin to, ah. Kumusta, tol? Ano nangyari?
Okay naman, sir.
Okay naman. Parang hindi ka mapakali dyan, o ano, ah. Ano yung pakiramdam mo nung malapit na matapos yung laban nung yun, ewan ko, sa tingin ba niya, alam ba niya yung nagkamali siya, no?
Anong pakiramdam mo nung, eto, I have to be straightforward to this, nung hindi namatay yung Trundle, nung isang turn na yun, nung nakalusot yung Trundle. Kung natatandaan mo, di ba,
Yung sa last.
umatak ka, and yung Trundle iniwan mo on the back lane. Tapos supposedly may engagement na nangyari. Pero there was a possibility na dalawang units yung pwedeng mawala sa'yo, pero nabuhay si Trundle. Nung instance na nangyari yun, anong naisip mo?
Sir. Talagang, sir, iniisip ko may parang na ako eh. Gusto ko lang maka turn 8 para kahit mapatay si Trundle, hindi siya magiging win ko. Kumbaga, punta ako sa win ko ni Baron, Captain Baron.
Tapos anong feeling mo? Nung turn 8, nalapag mo yung dalawang pilar, tapos nalapag mo si Captain Faron.
Opo, yun na, sir. Talagang kumbaga, napapayaw na nga ng tropa ko dito kanina, sir.
Kasi alam na.
Oo,
Alam
yun
ba?
na yun
Alam
eh.
na.
Yun na yun eh. Ayan, mukhang
Mahihain to si Zero. Alam mo, babawi na si Pere.
nagsasalita.
Alam mo.
Lugi tayo dito eh. Tayo napapagod, hindi nagsasalita to eh. Ayan, anong masasabi mo? Ayun nga, anong mensahe mo Siyempre, sa mga ka-team mo, kay Gambit
Kay
Gino,
Gambit,
at sa lahat
oo.
ng nanonood ngayon na nakita kung gaano kagaling at napatunayan mo sa sarili mo na ikaw ang dapat maggugi sa tournament natin ngayong araw na to.
Unahin ko lang sir, si Gambit, talagang nung nireveal na nung unang araw pa lang na nireveal nung round 1 na magkalabang kami. Kasi si Gambit po yung partner ko lagi sa scrim nung practice ba bago ang tournament sir.
Okay.
Naghiwalay muna kami pagkatapos malaman nung yung match up ng round 1. Naghiwalay muna kami ng practice sir. Kaya
Talaga mukhang mahirap i-absorb talaga yung situation ngayon.
Oo.
Na for 2 days you were battling it out, tapos sabay, yun nga, ikaw yung panalo. Parang heaven, yes sir.
yes sir. Nakabawi pa.
Mahihain eh. Yun,
Kahapon.
kalma. Yung pagkapanalo niya, okay lang ako.
Okay lang.
Okay lang ako. Okay na ako. Pera na
Ayun nga,
ako.
ano masasabi mo sa mga nanonood, sa mga fans mo at sa mga teammates mo na patuloy na sumusuporta sa iyo ngayong gabing to?
May casual mamaya.
Ito pala, dali. Ito. Wait lang, ito Bago mo sagutin yun, ito may unang tanong ko sa'yo. Alam ba sa inyo na nanalo ka ng 25,000?
Alam na may laban ako sir na alam po na parating na may laban po ako ngayon.
Alam na may
Hindi
laban,
alam,
hindi mo
hindi alam.
sinasagot yung tanong eh. Ang tanong, alam ba sa inyo na panalo ka at mag-uwi ka? ng
Ayaw niya
25,000?
ibalato. Ayaw niya ibalato. Ano ka ba?
Actually sir, nanonood ng kapatid ko ngayon nasa Saudi. Nanonood. Alam na 'yon.
Live!
Ayaw niya nga i-share. Gusto niya sa kanya. Wag ano ka ba? Hindi ka ba nakakaramdam? Pang sariling gamit.
Yung tingin niya pag may dumadaan na tao dun sa paligid para medyo, kailangan mag-ano.
Alam niya yan. Alam niya yan.
Diyos ko, Lord.
Ayan, may dalan. Oy, sino yan? Sino yan? Tawagin mo yan.
Alam ba niya na panalo ka?
Yan ang tumulong sa akin ng sir. 2 araw naghahatid ng pagkain sa akin dito.
Wow! Comment. Grabe. Naka naman. May airtime, sir.
Airtime. Congratulations. Well played.
Ay, grabe. Ay, Diyos ko, Lord. Ayan.
Mahihain to si Zero.
Mahihain si Zero. Ayan. Wala ka ba ipa-plug? Wala ka bang papasalamatan? Invite mo sila sa page mo. Ayan.
Page ko sir, Zero Aces. Baka magtuloy-tuloy na kasi nanalo tayo.
Yun naman eh. Hindi, maganda yan. It's a good
Yes.
start. Baka yung 25 na premyo niya makatulong sa pag-start niya sa
Yes.
streaming din, di ba? Para sa community. Which is good.
And with that being said, maraming salamat, Zero Aces, our champion for tonight, mga kaibigan. Palakpakan!
Thank you sir.
Congratulations, pare. Enjoy!
Enjoy, brother.
Okay.
Yamka!
So, there you go. Grabe. Hindi siya makasalita. Alam na natin yon.
Tinanong mo. Ang ganda ng tanong eh. Alam ba dyan sa inyo nanalo ka?
Hindi niya masabing diretso.
Sir, alam mo ng kapatid ko, nasa Saudi. Hardcore. And with that, we would like to thank Rumble Royale and the Riot Games for this project. Maraming salamat. Without you guys, we wouldn't have done this
Yes,
event.
that's right. And of course, guys, do not forget to download the game for those people who are watching or yung mga interested maglaro ng game. Of course, download nyo. Libre ito. Again, this is Legends of Runeterra. It's a free game.
Yonka. And I think may winners pa tayo na
yes.
kailangan i-announce.
That's right.
Ayan, antayin nyo lang yan pag lumabas sa screen maya-maya lang. And don't forget to join our LOR Discord group. We have activities specifically on Thursdays, 7 p.m. onwards, and every second weekend of the month we have tryhards.
Okay,
Ayan
so
na.
we're gonna mention out the names of the winners, and of course, yung last time I mentioned, yung makakatanggap ng ating our Cloak. So we have winners for the rare wildcards. We have MW Lock Garcia, CJ Sumalde, William Tugon Jr., Royce Garcia, John Marlo Villeza, Matty Madlangbayan, Farley or Fairly Cabrera, Vince Albert Montes, Raniel, J. Vergara, and Adalbert Thomas Maranan.
At ang nanalo ng RR Cloak ay walang iba kundi si Enrico Angkog. So you have there our champion, Zero Aces, followed by our second runner-up, Gambit Gmo, in our third place, which is hindi na-stream natin pero nangyari. Congratulations to you. Habitat.
Oh, si
yan.
Habitat.
Yun ang top 3 natin, mga kaibigan. So, yan.
Galing,
Oh my
galing.
God.
galing. Alright. Oh, by the way, guys, yung mga, di ba, sabi mo nga, na-mention mo yun sa community natin sa Discord. So, for you guys, if you are interested to know more about the community, you can just check out the page, Rumble Royale also, para
Yes.
makita nyo yung mga updates. Lahat ng details, ilalagay namin doon. Okay?
And for official activities ng LOR dito sa Southeast Asia, also like the page Legends of Runeterra Southeast Asia.
Alright, there you go.
Yongka.
So,
Woo!
grabe. Woo!
Yeah,
Champa.
wala na akong masabi na all out ng I would like to thank everyone, especially again to the production team and to the people behind na hindi nakikita sa camera
hindi
but are
nakikita.
working so hard just for this event. And also would like to thank Riot Games for trusting Rumble Royale to execute this production.
And of course, hindi natin kakalimutan dapat yung mga malupit nating casters.
Yes!
Kanina kasi, di ba, nag-ano sila, pinasa nila sa atin, hindi natin na-acknowledge. So, Zero Infinity and Panda User, maraming salamat din sa pagcast nyo. You have been an inspiration to us, di ba, sa community kasi sila yung mga top players din natin. So, if you guys would like to know more about the game, I suggest you follow the page yung sa Discord namin. Sumali kayo para updated din kayo at the same time.
Yes, yun na nga. Tama ka dyan, parang Joestar Stream. And hindi lang yon, akala nyo tapos na. Akala nyo ending na. This is just one event. Matatapos ang Targon Showdown, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, wala nang event for Legends of
Oh,
Runeterra. So mag-antay-antay kayo.
Very excited.
Marami pang susunod sa mga hindi pinalad. May chance pa kayo sa next upcoming events natin.
And siguro ito nga, influencers yung for today. But who knows, di ba? Baka yung mga top rank players natin dito sa Philippines, magkaroon tayo ng tournament soon or probably he or she will represent the country, di ba? For this kind of
Yes!
game.
And
Kaya nga,
malay mo, ikaw na nanonood dyan ngayon. Ikaw na yung inaantay namin na mag-represent ng Pilipinas.
Yun ang-
just in case magkaroon ng malaking tournament dito sa Southeast Asia. Okay ba yun?
okay na okay yun. Siyempre ako, gusto ko na nga maglaro.
Yeah ka!
Yun nga lang, kaso nga lang, pag sumali ako, baka hindi kita makasama dito. So pipiliin ko na lang dito na ako kasi baka
And
sabihin ng
again,
iba.
maraming
Give chance
salamat.
ako eh.
This is RR Kadjo.
And my name is Joe Starscream.
Maraming salamat sa panonood. And Rise Supreme! Woo!
you legendary, or are you an epic fail? Be part of the Legends of Runeterra Community's Southeast Asia montage of plays and win awesome prizes. Outsmart and destroy your opponents and be part of the LOR crowd favorite top plays. Epic fails got the better of you? Then be the best of the worst in LOR Top Fails Monkey Idol. Top 10 plays for each category will be showcased in a video for a chance to win the exclusive Legends of Runeterra kit and in-game rewards. Submit your Legends of Runeterra highlights and epic fails in the link in the description. And for a quick guide on how to record your gameplay, check the description below. Be legendary and be epic. Legends of Runeterra's crowd favorite and Monkey Idol. Brought to you by Riot Games and Rumble Royale. Reign supreme. Ikaw ba ay may taglay na lakas sa larangan ng bara o baril? Join Tryhard, a monthly tournament for Legends of Runeterra and Valorant. Brawl it out to the top with your clutch gun plays and your 200 IQ deck outplays and win money and glory. Ipakita ang iyong lakas and sign up now for free. Paano sumali? Pumunta lang sa Tryhards Philippines Facebook page or Rumble Royale Facebook page at hanapin ang announcement poster ng Tryhards para sa Valorant at Legends of Runeterra. Ilabas na ang iyong natatagong puwersa sa Tryhards. Be victorious or die trying. Bakbaka na every second week of the month for Legends of Runeterra and last week of the month for Valorant. Play hard, try hard, and reign supreme. Presented to you by Legends of Runeterra Philippines, Valorant Philippines, and Rumble Royale.